It's a rare thing seeing a full EU4 campaign, but today we're gonna go from little old Muscovy into the greatest, most powerful Russian tsardom / empire we've ever seen. So don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, and in return I promise to make more videos like these in the future, or I guess you could call this a director's cut since we edited a lot of stuff from the individual episodes to make it just the vital, most important things. Can you imagine how creepy it would be if I was to wear this hoodie the whole video? That's why I'm gonna wear the hoodie the whole video. Now I'm not, I will take it off once in a while. I want to see if you notice when I take it off and put it back on, okay? I'm gonna be playing mind games with you today, my boy. Now, as some of you probably realize, in 1444, the Muscovite as well as the other principalities, the Russian principalities that is, were still under the Tatar yoke. You have a nice pop-up here that says, until we destroy the Great Horde and take the city of Sarai, we will be paying them a tribute yearly. From a historical standpoint, the Muscovites were still a tributary of the Great Horde for another 40 years. But the reality is that they didn't pay any more tribute. And even in 1444, they barely paid any tribute, if any at all. So it was more of a traditional thing that didn't really occur. In fact, the tribute is why Muscovy got so big, because Muscovy was the one that was collecting the tribute from the other principalities and giving it to the Great Horde until they had the brilliant idea of not giving to them and using that tribute to just get strong by themselves, which eventually bit the Great Horde in the bottom, if you know what I mean. Alright boys, now obviously with 1.35 domination, Muscovy has received a lot of flavor, including a brand new mission tree that is super huge and powerful compared to the old mission tree they had. One of the first missions here is rally the army. We gotta have 80% force limit and 10 mana per month for admin. We already are getting 8. We're gonna get an advisor as well, so let's get this inflation guy. And we're also gonna give out the +1 admin, which means we already have 10, so we just need to get the force limit. Let's do our estates first and foremost though. As you notice, we start with the strong duchies now, which is good. We would have given that anyway, right? As well as the Mestnich system. That's, by the way, exactly how you pronounce it. If anybody says you pronounce it another way, they're wrong, clearly. This system essentially was a serfdom system. It is going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. We also can get 1 stability, so we can start getting prosperity in our lands. We're going to give out the other +1 mana privileges, obviously, from the very get-go. And let's see what diet agenda we have here. Base tax, own the provinces in Samara, at least 1 province in the Kazan area. All of these are really good, actually, for that matter. I feel like the loyalty for the burghers might be the better option, since we want to get rid of that privilege that we have here, the Metnishchishkabarsko system. Let's see some crownlands too, and overall it's a fairly standard estate with the increased levies, the religious diplomats, and so on. I recommend you watch my estates video. One thing that is unique to the Muscovites though, when it comes to privileges, that you will not find in the estates guide, is the early serfdom versus increased peasant freedom privileges. Either you want to squeeze everything out of your peasants early on and it might cause some problems later down the line, or you get some massive debuffs early on and it might be better for you down the line, but it's not going to be so good early on. It's your choice. I'm kind of okay with a little bit of serfdom. Serfdom never did anything bad to the peasants in this area, of course, never ever. Maybe a little bit sometimes, but you know, it's just shut up, okay? Obviously, we're gonna make everybody that we can make a rival, and boy, are we gonna be slaughtering the Novgorodians first. We can also conscript elite Cossacks because of this privilege that we gave out the Cossacks, but it's gonna lose 15 loyalty. So whenever we want to do this, we want to make sure that we have the extra loyalty available, or just don't give a schnaps about it, really. Let's also not forget to get the indebted to the merchants, so we got the loans that we need for the early conquest. Plus, we gotta recruit our mercenaries, the independent company over in Belashgo. That's also how we pronounce that province, by the way. And once our mercenaries are finished recruiting, we can rally the army. It's going to give us the amazing event of Muscovite administration adaptability, or adaptation. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic, so it's weird for me when I see words that I'm not used to. Now we have 2 options. We can get permanent claim on the entirety of the Russian region plus other parts of the world, or we can turn all of our permanent claims. That means all the claims claims even after that we get from the rest of the mission tree into not permanent claims. But we get this. We get until the end of the game, diplomats +1 and core creation costs -15%, as well as allowed to claim bordering claims, can claim entire states, and there's no additional claim costs. It is honestly one of the most powerful modifiers you can have in the entirety of the game, in my opinion. It's so powerful that I stood up twice from my chair. You probably noticed. My chair is not my old chair. My old chair went to chair heaven, and now I'm sitting in one of those old grandma chairs that people in Eastern Europe have. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? You know. The benefits of permanent claims are obviously the fact that you don't need to be worried about time, whilst the other claims expire after a certain amount of years, in most cases 25 years if we go for this right now. However, the other thing is that permanent claims reduce the core creation cost by 25%, whilst regular claims reduce it by 10%. But this core creation cost -15% brings it down to 25. So you pay the same amount of admin, and then this modifier also gives it the diplomat. So obviously we're going to go for that. And not only that, but whenever you conquer provinces outside of your claimed provinces, you still get the 15% core creation cost reduction. So it's a no-brainer. The bad part is that we have to rush within 25 years. We got to conquer all of these provinces here. For me, that's not a problem. I've done even faster than that conquest of the Russian region, even on stream on my Twitch. Check it out, by the way. Would love to have you over in chat. But if you're not confident you can conquer all of this in 25 years, well, then you got to put the hoodie on and join your local map playing cave dwellers. We do start with the Chad Lord here, Dmitry Rurikovich. We're going to assign him in charge of one of our armies, and we're going to have to get another guy for the other armies later down the line. We're going to save up our mana points, the military ones, because we need to get military tech 4 as soon as possible. We're also going to be consecrating a couple of these metropolitans that we can consolidate, or consecrate, sorry, because we want to get the icon of Saint Michael, which offers us 5 discipline as well as some manpower recovery speed. So we're gaining 330 manpower per month, which is actually significant for the early part of the campaign. On exactly the 11th of December, we're going to be charging into Novgorod. Set up any of these conquest war goals that you want. Torzok over here seems like the juicy one, and let's go with that. A lot of people asked me before, why don't you go for the reconquest of Vels? Well, that's obviously because that's 1 3 development province, and then I would pay extra diplo points for taking all of the regular provinces because I didn't go for the conquest CB. So why would I waste a ton of diplo points for 1 3 development core? It's just, do I really need to answer that, guys? Come on. All right, let's crush their armies and their spirits and take their money and refrigerators. Also realized I forgot to get my my military advisor. And whilst we're doing all of this, let's improve relations, get royal marriages, and just be really nice to our vassals so we can start integrating them afterwards. To facilitate my conquest of Novgorod, I'm going to give objectives to my vassals also so they know which provinces they're going to be assigned in taking. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't listen. At least I gotta try, right? Oh no, the peasants revolted because I gave them the privilege and I made them serfs. Oh, whatever am I gonna do? Revolt, you scumbags! I'm gonna crush ya souls! It really is just a case of carpet sieging this, and that's pretty much it when it comes to the Novgorod war. It's fairly easy to deal with them. The toughest bit, obviously, is just taking their capital of Novgorod, which sometimes can be a pain to take, but the rest of the country and the army are just insanely easy to deal with. We do have to pay the tribute, 28 ducats. The reality is, if we don't pay the tribute, what happens afterwards is all of our provinces are going to get devastated because of an imaginary raid that we never saw happening, but apparently the provinces are devastated, so it definitely happened. Ergo, just pay the freaking tribute. Let's go ahead and make our leader a general. He is not bad. Holy snaps. All right, we're also going to be attacking these guys. We're going to co-belligerate Ryazan. We want to get rid of all the dissident Russian principalities, let's say. Everybody that's not a part of us, essentially. And yeah, guys, are forever goon. Let's Carpathia Siegius now. Hot damn, only 360 days. Yes, say boy. All right, let's get rid of these rebels before they actually become a nuisance and they actually take Muscovy. We don't want that to happen, obviously. And with these rebels out of the way, we can also focus on what's left of Ryazan, I guess, now, in order to get ready for the Great Horde War right after. Whoa, boys. This is a day that shall be talked about in the annals of virgin history. Tver fell at 7%. for the player. Nothing as such has ever been heard of before, but rejoice, because I will make the save game available to all of my patrons and channel members. So if you want to check this amazing 7% chance that we got here, boys, you know what to do, and I would really appreciate it. You would massively be supporting the channel, and I will forever be indebted to you, sir. Now I'm gonna put back the hood because one of my cult members asked me to play Rasputin, and this is my protest. I'm not doing it. I'm protesting right now. Don't attack me, just go to Pskov, you stupid AI. They've been literally just going between Pskov and coming back for I don't know how many months. A lot of months. It's AI is just big brain sometimes. I love the big brain AI so much. I just realized I look like some of those guys from Oblivion. Oh my god, dude, I want to play Oblivion now. You know, Oblivion and Skyrim are two of my favorite games, really. The Elder Scrolls universe in general is. I'm not putting the online one in that same group. The online one sucks. Alright, Ryazan, it's a time to lay down your arms. Oh no, you got an Extos. Really? I gotta siege you down before anything? Bruh. Now, the question is, do we do it like this and then we pay 68 Diplo in order to annex that? Or do we do it like this and we don't pay any Diplo points to annex it, but we're not getting the extra money we would be getting from Ryazan? However, honestly, I don't care about the money as much as I care about the fact that I don't pay 68 Diplo for this. You know what I mean? All right, let's go with this full annexation here. 45% overextension, and we got to pay 428 to core the schnapps up. Holy mother of God, that is pricey as schnapps. And it also looks like Odoyev doesn't have any allies, so let's get rid of him right now. Dude, if this actually falls at 7%, and I've been struggling here for freaking ages, I'm gonna be really pissed right now. You better not fall at 7%, or else I'm telling you. That's it. The hood is staying the entire freaking game. I'm pissed now. I hate you, Novgorod. I hate you with the passion. Now I gotta bring my troops from the south to get rid of you, you scumbags. Well, how lucky to stick around for 520 freaking days, man. Can I do my peace deal at least? Of course not. Of course not. Novgorod is making gains minus 20. Screw you, Novgorod. You're not making your entire country's. What gains, bro? What gains? All right, one more down. Odoyevskos. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit upset with this. Like, out of all the freaking runs, because I had a few test runs before this is the one in which Novgorod's giving me a pain and it's giving me a lot of hard time here. Really, bro? Like, come on, it shouldn't be like this, man. Well, they did decide that they're not making gains anymore, not accept anything, really. And here's the deal, right? I know the proper play would be to actually take Novgorod because it financially would be a lot better, but I need to snake all around to make sure that nobody else takes their provinces. And actually, I can do this, right? There you go. Way better. So let's go with this. 137, 131, 225 to core it up. Not too bad. Coalition is pretty much just Novgorod right now. You might be wondering, oh, but Ludi, you could have done that mission if you took Novgorod. I would not have had the war score to take Novgorod also, first off. And second off, no, that's pretty much it. I wouldn't have had the war score to take Novgorod and the other 15 provinces. You got to take 13 provinces in the war. All right, now we can, oh my God, I have 101 overextension. Yeah, I'm going to give some of this to Baluzero here. Grand Provincius, let's go with Olonets, and I'm gonna give them the really trashy ones here. Let them core this stuff up, you know, let them take care of the Rebalos and everything, you know. All right, that's enough. I don't want you to get too strong, Baluzero. There you go. The rest of these are fairly cheap for me to core as well. Let's get rid of the rebels and let's attack the Great Horde, shall we? Like the 9th time that I said I'm gonna attack him. I'm actually gonna attack him this time though. I could do the Consolidate Russia mission. I'm not gonna do it, however, because it's only gonna last until the death of my current leader, which is a 312. I'm gonna abdicate this leader once my heir, the 345 Chad Lord, is gonna become 15 years of age. So I'm gonna enact the mission then. That way, I'm gonna have that -3 unrest for a much longer period. Now it's time for Warriors number 3 is Tambov as the war target, and let's go. I could co-belligerate Uzbek. Do I cannot even reach them. I'm just co-belligerating simply because I can, really. Not because I actually want to take anything. Thought you could sneakily siege down Nizhny Novgorod, didn't you, Great Horde? horde. I guess that wasn't such a great plan, was it, boys? My question is, why do they even call them the Great Horde? You know what I'm saying here? The most annoying thing is that they have increased movement speed compared to my units, so they can run away from me. But look at this. I'm waiting for them to get movement locked, which means I'm going to intercept them here, and they cannot run away from that. This is one of those moments where having an actual human brain and pretending that you're human, whilst we all know deep down inside that I'm really an alien from outer space sent over here to restore the greater Roman Galactic Empire. Just joking, guys. What was my point? I forgot what I was talking about. Surprise, mother. Truly, now I gotta watch Duke it out with Dexter again. Honestly, though, that scene right there from Dexter, probably my favorite scene out of all the scenes in Dexter. And the memes that come alongside it as well are pretty good too. Whilst all of these combat is going on, our units in the south are trying to take the province. Oh, we just took out some Uzbekians. Nice. All right, let's go back here. Actually, I probably should take the capital of Uzbek so I can piece them out, get some money from them too in the process. Oh, I'm such a nice guy. I'm even getting rid of their rebellions here, bro. Like, if this doesn't say good guy Ludi, I don't know what does, really. Hold up a second. What? The Tatar yoke has been removed. Wait a second. Do I not need to own this? Do I just need to have it sieged down for a while? I thought I had to own this. No. True. I need to own it for the mission, but for getting rid of the Tatar yoke, I just need to have it occupied. Right, I should have attacked these guys a little bit earlier, shouldn't I? That way I didn't need to pay for those extra 31 ducats earlier that I paid for. I mean, you cannot make this up, bro. Who names these places? Chimgitura. What the F is that? Oh, come on. Not even a white piece, boys? That's your only fortification, man. All right, time to carpet siege them then. Let's see if now they're a little bit more willing to, yeah, they are a lot more willing now. 364 ducats. Hell yeah, I'm taking out. I'm slotting out of this war, boys. I'm sliding out of it because, it's dragged on for quite a while. It's already 1450. We're 6 years into the game and we haven't even fully destroyed the Great Horde. Is this even a Ludi game, guys? I missed the old Ludi. It's all because of that stinking Novgorodian 7% siege. I blame everything on that one. Seriously, that's the whole reason right there. Wait, what? Suzdal area gets manpower and goods produced modifier reduction, and I get 1 stability? Hell yeah! And we can enforce on the Great Horde. We're taking all of these provinces with Ukek and some money as well. Coalition, it's probably the hordes. I was expecting it to be the hordes, and guess what? It is the hordes. Now, I didn't take the rest of this because I will be releasing from here Astrakhan, and I'll be feeding Astrakhan all the cores that they have, which is essentially what's actually left of the Great Horde right now. Plus, by taking this particular area, I get a border with Crimea, and my next war is going to be Crimea and Kazan. So it's really just one of those double whammy sort of moments. Now let's get our armies in position, of course. Oh boy, that is no Gucci. Is our lady here better than the guy? 331. What did we start with? Wasn't it also like a 331 or something like that? I think it's fairly the same, so not much of a change. We just lost 1 stability, really. Actually, what I also want to do is I want to seize another 5% crownland, so that's going to give us a little bit of a rebellion. It's going to push us back a little bit because we got to kill these boyos off, but it's worth it. 5% crownlands is a big deal early on. We managed to get up to 17% crownlands after we gave the +1 mana privilege for all 3 estates, and I know every estate is disloyal now, but that's going to fix itself in a couple of months or just a couple of years, I guess. It's a hard start for us, but it allows us to become insanely powerful by the 1460s, 1470s, that freaking early on. Also, speaking of, let's lower the autonomy in all of the provinces now, since we have a little bit of autonomy that went up passively as time went on. Hey, how nice of these rebels to just pop out in the middle of my army's onslaught here. Don't even need to redirect my boys to actually send these guys to siege down that a little bit quicker. Okay, looks like we just navigated the Muscovite Civil War. Honestly, no clue how that happened. All right, sure. I mean, if you say so. National unrest and legitimacy, I'll take it, really. And the best part is that we can get now military tech 4, so we can attack the hordes and actually win battles without any sort of issues. That being said, we're primarily still gonna be carpet sieging them in order to win the wars. And I am using my mercenary units to get rid of the rebels, because my mercenaries still have 18,000 manpower pool, whilst my main army does not really have much of any manpower pool. I'm gonna name my wars just like the Soviets named their tanks in the Second World War. Object 1.975 is underway, comrades. Let's attack Penza. Oh, come on. Really, Crimea? You're not joining? Wait, what? They're occupied? What's going on here? Who are they at war with? They're at war with the Ottomans. Yep, good luck with that. Good luck with that, Crimea. It was nice knowing you. Feels bad though. I was kind of excited to get some money from them. Ergo, why I had my troops already ready by the border with them. Let's see who can siege who faster. 35 on the minus here for these boys in Perm, and 28 on the minus for me in Kazan. My money is on the AI. I gotta be honest, my money's definitely on them right now. You know what? I'm actually gonna assign one of my armies to take care of the rebels. Otherwise, they might become an issue if I don't destroy them now. They might actually siege down these fortifications. Plus, I've pretty much carpet sieged the entirety of Kazan. I just need to wait for Chagatai's troops to arrive because they're allied to Chagatai, so I gotta wait for those guys to come around, I guess. I don't know how to even get to them, bro. Since we got some units here piled up, let's go ahead and attack them in Perm too. Let's make their stay in Perm permanent, I guess you could say, right? God damn, Ludi, stop it with the bad jokes, man. There's kids watching, for Christ's sake. Okay, I've said this before. This is the last time I'm saying it. Just because you live with your parent and you play video games all day does not make you a kid, all right? You're 32. You're a disgrace to your family. Stop watching map videos and maybe get out of the house once every 2 years. That's what I do, and it helps a lot, you know? It really does. I actually know what air smells like now. No. Don't you be running away from me, boy. Boy, don't you run away, boy. Check it out, boys. They got minus 25% shock damage decrease because they are fighting us in non-flat terrain and they are a horde. Hello, Kazanius Maximus, the best Maximus Kazan in the world. So the national anthem of that country, by the way, in case you didn't know. I know you were wondering. I know you're definitely wondering about it. Ludi, what is that amazing song you're singing with that beautiful voice? Yeah, it's just a national song, bro. Okay, we decided to get rid of these rebels with our mercenary company, so now let's go back and let's oh, Shagatai's here. Hello. Time to get some war squirt to piece them out. Oh, come on, really? The big peepee in the sky? I mean, oh, what happened? Oh shit, Oh no, my game just suddenly crashed, guys. Oh no, Paradox, fix your freaking game. Come on, it's a disgrace already. I mean, it was pretty lucky that the game crashed because now we backed up a little bit, so we don't have that event. It's just RNG, motherfucker. Ivan the Third just became the king, and I've been having a little bit of a Benny Hill situation here. I've been literally running around these guys, and I haven't been able to catch them. It's funny at first, but it's annoying after a moment, okay? I'm actually upset here. Cannot peace out freaking Chagatai no matter what I do. Screw you, Chagatai. You literally ruined all my plans here, man. On the bright side, we can do this here. Consolidate Russia because this Veliki the Third, Veliki is going to be around for a while. And we can do secure strong leadership, change the national focus, cooldown minus 20 years, reform progress growth, and all estates loyalty equilibrium. Pretty decent modifiers overall. Let's try again and destroy Chagatai's army. If it doesn't work this time, I'm just going to peace out Kazan. Oh, we actually did manage to catch them. Hails to the Yama boys. Stack them the Panica room, boys. Stack them the Panica room. And let's try and catch over Kazan's army as well. With that pincer movement, eh? Guess we're pulling a Germany on them over here, boys. We're definitely pulling a Germany. That was not a stack wipe, but I'm sure they cannot retreat too far, so we can chase them down and stack wipe them. It's infuriating that I have to do this, but screw it. I need to go to peace. So 97, 94. Cannot even take any ducats or nothing, but it's fine. Let's just take these provinces here. This way, we did the estates mission, so we got 50 admin, and we can claim all of these bad boys here, core them up. We can do also this mission, subjugate Kazan, gain a conquistador with 40 tradition, as well as some missionary strength, and we can attack Nogai up next. Plus, very important, we can summon the diet here again. And where the hell is Orda? Is that in Nogai lands? I think that's in Nogai lands, isn't it? Yayik as well, lower Yayik. Yeah, I think that's here, isn't it? Yep. All right, well, the estates is telling me I need to attack Nogai, so I'm going to be doing so. I'm also going to be selling some titles here. Let's go with that, and seizing crownlands afterwards, ending up with 12% crownlands. But we got a ton of money that we can use in future wars. And we got the province of Zlatust, which is a gold mine. So once we fully core this bad boy up, we're gonna have a much better economic situation overall. I'm also gonna be claiming the title of Defender of the Faith, and I'm gonna be protecting my Orthodox brethren. Totally not doing it because of the juicy morale of armies, missionaries, and war exhaustion reduction. That's not why. I'm in it for the protection, of course. And the best part is that we can start integrating our vassals now. Take note, before integrating anything, we're gonna be giving out the Boyar's integration policy, which means that we don't get the -3 diplo rep after we've integrated our vassals. vassals. Let's bring these guys back. We're gonna do all 3 vassals. So I guess we're gonna have a few years of peace, actually, since we can do these, so that we can do 3 vassals at the same time. Famine, you say? Feed them to the Cossacks, boys. Feed them all to the Cossacks. I am, of course, integrating the smallest of my vassals, Yaroslav, Rostov, and Pskov, and I'm gonna be integrating Beluzero and Perm afterwards. Oh, actually, we can cancel this privilege, the Meshcheveshkabarashka system. Don't mind if I do. That system overall was a pain because it gave us minus 33 government reform progress, and we really need a lot of government reform progress to keep up with the big boys. This right here is why I love playing as the Muscovites and the Eastern religious people and Cossack people. I got 7,000 manpower from the freaking Cossacks, and that's not the only event that can give manpower, since the Orthodoxy can also give manpower, and boy, with the recent update, do these freaking events trigger a lot more than they used to. I don't really need to do this, but I decided to diplo-vassalize Theodoro simply because I can, and might as well just use those diplo relations slots that I have right whilst I'm not doing much. That being said, the not doing much part is over because we're going to be attacking Nogai now. We're going to set the Buzuluk as the war target, and they just allied Kazan, which means we can get a shorter truce with Kazan now, and maybe even cancel that alliance that Kazan has with Shagatai. Plus, I'm going to be co-belligrating Crimea, which might prove to be a fairly decent vassal. So I'm going to be rushing for their provinces quickly here. They still have a few cores over in the Ottoman provinces as well as the Lithuanian ones that I'm going to feed them back afterwards. Or maybe just fully annex them. That's also an option, I guess, right? Why not? There's not many provinces. 57 aggressive expansion. That's nothing, bro. We might fully annex them. I haven't decided. I'll decide later, let's say. With that being said, let's push into Kazan and try and get this peace deal done as soon as possible so we can reset that truce essentially and attack them before the claims expire, because remember, our permanent claims are not permanent anymore. So the ones on Kazan and Novgorod expire in 69. Funnily enough, a number that will only be a number for the majority of you guys, nothing else. Alright boys, time to get the second government reform. It took us a while, but we got there. And we're gonna go for the separate the boyars from the court, which is gonna give us yearly government power plus 1.25, and it's gonna lower the boyars' influence. We might change this later down the line, but for now, this is the most efficient one to go for, and the one that's gonna be most beneficial for us in the early part of the campaign. Because check it out, we're getting an extra 0.10 progress for all 3 of our government abilities here due to that particular reform. Oh yeah, baby, we're winning battles left and right here. I feel like Genoa attacking Crimea has solved my dilemma here. I'm not going to be vassalizing. I'm not going to be fully annexing them. I'm just going to take a few provinces and hope that Genoa takes the rest of these, and then I can release Crimea and use my Crimean vassal to attack Genoa afterwards. Let's say 1 province is enough. I really hope they fully annex them. I'm kind of stretching a little bit here. I'm kind of reaching with this, but fingers crossed it actually happens. Let's go say get war reparations, cancel some of their alliances, make it no 104 195. That's fine. Let's go with that, and let's see what RNGesus gives us, if he giveth or if he taketh in this particular engagement. I feel like one of the saddest things that has happened in 135 is the nerf to the Streltsy. We're only getting infantry combat ability as well as a little bit of manpower and war exhaustion reduction. I still remember the days when there were green aliens dressing up as actual Russian soldiers, pretending that they're Streltsy, walking around amongst us. Such a sad day that's just behind us now. On the other hand, though, even though the Streltsy have been nerfed, we got here the Tatar feudatories that are gonna offer us 11,000 manpower. Yeah, sure. I don't mind 11,000 manpower. Thank you. Oh, I forgot that my truce with Novgorod just expired. All right, let's go ahead and attack them. I don't have any army here, so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be redirecting these boys from the south, and I'm gonna be these guys actually, and I'm gonna be sending them over to the Novgorodian land so we can quickly piece them out and fully annex them for that matter. I believe we can. Maybe. Let's see. No. EU4 strikes again, boys. EU4 strikes again. Oh man, I hate this game sometimes. I really hate this game sometimes. I'm gonna split Nogai here in 2. I'm gonna take the southern bits, which seem fairly okay, not much of a coalition. This way, I prevent anyone from actually taking the rest of Nogai. Whenever I'm ready to attack them again, I can just gobble up what's rest of them. Same goes for Kazan. I'm waiting for the truce to finish in 66, and then within 1 war, I should be able to fully annex them because it's only 81 war score. Meanwhile, the Novgorod Novgorodians here, sadly. It's 104. I hate them. I hate them so much. One more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disband the independent company because they ran out of manpower. They have nothing left to offer me. I'm going to have to rely on my own units now, which means I'm going to be recruiting some more units for that matter. I think I could peace out Novgorod, but I'm not going to do it. I want to fight this out so I can get some extra army tradition before I do peace them out. And yeah, nothing changed. We still have one province that they keep. Coalition, obviously nobody cares about little old Novgorod. And the best part is we can do invade Novgorod mission that offers us even more production, tax, and manpower in Novgorod, as well as until the end of the game, dev cost reduction and trade power. Plus, the best part is that we get claims on Lithuania, and that is our next target, boys. We're going to war with the Poles. It's 1463. We pretty much stabilized the Russian bits. Just waiting on truce to finish these 3 boyos, and we're already eating up the Ruthenian lands. That's right, Muscovy is ridiculously overpowered in 135, okay? That's what I'm saying here. I just realized something. I clicked that mission before I started coring this province, so I automatically made this like 30, actually like 70 admin points more expensive. I am officially an idiot. The time has arrived. We shall be releasing the second vassal swarm, namely Astrakhan and Crimea, from the 2 provinces over here. And we're gonna use Astrakhan's cores on the Great Horde to completely wipe out the Great Horde, followed by completely wiping out Kazan in a couple of months when the truce is over with them too. You know, I'm fairly certain there's a peasant over in Kazan's lands here thinking to himself, why do we keep changing ownership every few years? Why do these Muscovites take our stuff and we don't just accept it? Well, it's fine, my little Kazani boy, because now you're officially a Muscovite citizen, sir. Now give me all your money. The bright side about completely carpet sieging over Uzbek is that we actually managed to see the land, so now we know what's going on here. Let's also take a little bit of this land, shall we? Let's go and take the northern bits, I'd say. Siberia parts, not a bad idea. Expand our reach here, so whenever we form Russia, we can just easily colonize all the way into the east. Get a little bit of money as well. Might as well 151 ducats. I like that. 140, 139. And that is it for now. Let's get our troopers back home. We've got a big blob over there that we got to break up. Same for you guys. Let's not die off to attrition completely, please. Oh boy. We got 101 overextension. This is really no bueno. Let's see when we're going to get rid of that. 69, 68. All right, not too far away. 1 year away. We could probably survive. I like to maybe release something actually. Say, for example, Cossacks. How much land would the Cossacks get if I release them? They would get 2 of my provinces, and I'd get a permanent claim, pretty much reconquest, of course, on the rest of Uzbek. So I feel like that's 100% worth it. Let's do that. Oh, actually, we got to piece out Astrakhan first, so let's go with this peace deal. All the money as well. Cancel whatever cores they got, and that's pretty much it. Booyah Snokos. Look at them juicy cores. Kind of funny how Kazakhs, or future Kazakhstan, I guess, belongs to us, boys. We're playing historical here. I broke the yoke. Hey, mommy, look at me. I broke the yoke. I got 50 power per Joshon. Oh, dude, again, I made another mistake. This land was already cored by me. I don't know why I thought that I just took it. I only took the northern bit, so this doesn't do anything. I still have the overextension. Oh, no, no bueno, no bueno. It's fine. We'll fight through it. We'll be good, boys. We'll be good. Let's fight a few rebels. It does good for the soul, you know, fighting them rebellants. All right, boys, we got a good case of the Renaissance in Moscow. About time. I used up most of my saved up military points, but it's worth it because now we can play with the big boys and the sandpit of Renaissance paintings. And yeah, it's finally time for us to actually attack the Lithuanians now as well, since we've consolidated everything else that needed consolidating, obviously. The last bit here is to take Ruthenia. The bravest men in Muscovy have mustered around the border, and yeah, let's kill some people. All right, calling in Bohemians so we can use them as cannon fodder. And oh, was I too honest? I'm sorry. And let's set Bryanskas as the war target. Russian to them, boys. Russia big time. All right, they got a few fortifications. The original ones, I don't see any new ones actually. And Bohemia on my side is going to be a nice diversion because the Poles are going to focus on the Bohemians, which gives me the time to focus on the Lithuanians. Ah, how the mighty fall. Honestly, I don't even know where their army is. I'm guessing they're just slaughtering Bohemians. Yep, that was 100% correct. They've literally pulled all of their units to slaughter Bohemians. That's why I like adding in decoys whenever I go to war like this. This is really turning into a game of who can siege who faster. And guess what, boys? We got double the amount of troops they got. So I think we're winning that pretty easily here, nah. What does nah even mean? Why am I making these weird noises, dude? Oh my lord, hang in there, Bohemia, hang in there. Just a few more months until I fully siege him down. I think Bohemia has taken a bullet for me here, so as a reward, I'm going to use my curry favors and steal all of their money and manpower afterwards. Ooh, that's a tough one, Bohemia. But hey, you know what? At least you did it for friendship, right? I'm 100% sure their entire army is quite literally hiding somewhere here waiting for me. Okay, we actually can't get our deal here. 120, 119. Nobody gives a schnapps either, so let's take our big chunk out of the Ruthenian parts. Partition of Poland, part 1, finito, boys. Now we go back and we focus on integrating our vassals, getting the Genoese lands, and eating up what's left of Nogai. Okay, come on. Now is literally just becoming ridiculous, dude. 13,000 more manpower out of the freaking blue. We're getting enough manpower. We got 75,000 manpower, and we're gaining quite a few per month. Economically speaking, we're doing pretty well. We're just in the process of getting rid of some corruption, so most of our money is going towards that right now. We're also a little bit behind with our technologies, predominantly because we used most of our mana points to spawn in Renaissance to Moscow. So once that's done and it spreads around enough, we can adopt it and name it Jose, because that's what you do with Renaissance. You adopt it and you name it Jose. Come on, keep up. Are you even paying attention to the video? What's wrong with you? Oh God, Ivan, why do you have to suck so much? 612. Well, I mean, I guess he could be worse. Fine. I'll keep him for now. So right now, we're actually catching up with our admin and Diplo, because before we had a pretty trash ruler. This guy is a little bit better. Knyaz Ivan III. So let's see. I'm not sure if I'll keep this guy. He's very, very average, let's say. But I mean, if an event comes and he's gonna drop out of the window, I'm not gonna say no to that. You know what I mean? I actually need more merchants as well, so I can filter in my trade a little bit better. And because of that, I'm going to need to expand into the Siberian realms and make some trade companies out of there. But hey, until then, let's go with this war here. We got Chagatai, Atacius Maximus, Altin as the war target. Yo, is that the Altin helmet? Oh my God. Is this where they got the name for the helmet? You know, the Russian Special Forces helmet that they have in Tarkov? I play way too much Tarkov, I know. All right, let's go belligerate these guys as well. Nogai, because we're going to be atlocking them too. And let's move into the Nogai lands. Persia is not really much of an issue because Persia's got what? Let's say 90,000 units. How about Delhi? Delhi has 20,000. Okay, Delhi might be a little bit more of an issue than Nogai or anybody else here is. Holy mother, I just saw that. Armenia exists, dude. What? Okay, I guess judging from the fact that they're being guaranteed by Mamluks released them from Karakoyunlu, as did they a few other nations here. So I probably will start expanding in that area afterwards. Of course, Ghazi Kumun's allied to the Ottomans, not a surprise at all. And let's see what else is going on here. I think I can probably get an alliance with the Austrians. Yep, 17037 means I'm gonna get that alliance after the war's over, and I'm going to attack the Poles once more once my truce is over with them, so I want to get the rest of the Ruthenian lands. Holy schnapps, just realized I am speaking extremely fast, and I also realized that France has the south here. Don't tell me that. Oh yes, okay. All right, I see what's up. Castile is a junior partner of France. Oh my God, the French got literally the best RNG in this entire freaking game right now. That's scary, but at the same time, that's fun for the future, if you know what I mean, because I'm gonna have a big juicy France I can fight against, boyos. Probably should have gotten that alliance with Austria before I declared my wars. Man, hindsight is 2020 is what they say, right? I have to say it, Chagatai is pretty freaking massive here, man, and they still have the Yarkon vassal, which they started integrating. I see. So I guess Chagatai is basically the strongest of the hordes right now, maybe competing with the Oirats. They both have insanely humongous leaders, 645 for the Oirats and 644 for the Chagatai. Hot diggity the dongalagong. Oh, the Burgundian inheritance? Ah, it's went to Austria. Beautiful, beautiful. Hopefully they still want to ally me after this. They probably still do though, because they got the Ottomans and the French as rivals, and I think I also have the French as rivals. Yep, I sure do, boys. The sieges here are progressing pretty well, but it's becoming a little bit of a Benny Hill show here, where I have to chase down the Nogai hordes, as well as the Livonian and the Rigan units that are basically running wild around my lands, because I don't have that many fortifications. Speaking of, I really should start building a few forts here and there, at the very least to lower devastation and to just prevent the enemies from running amok everywhere, right? Or at least at the borders. I could just build the forts at the borders. That's also an idea. Oh, damn, Austria's really on a roll here, man. They're restoring the union over Hungary as well. They don't have the one over Bohemia though, so there's that going on for them, but they still have Burgundy and now Hungary. Hot diggity dog. dog. The Persians are driving a hard bargain, man. They're not willing to piece me out until I take at least one of their fortifications, so I'm probably gonna have to go all the way into their capital of Kum over here. I'm also very much aware of the fact that it's very good to have Riga as a vassal. However, I don't need them as a vassal since I'm gonna have the Livonians as a vassal. I'm just gonna directly own these lands for myself. It's still gonna give me significant amounts of trade power even as a directly owned province in the Baltic rather than as a trade vassal, let's say. So for these boys, obviously vassalage and forced religion, and I know I am aware that I've just said vassalage in a really weird way. I don't know why I keep doing it, man. I swear it's not intentional. That means this war is over. It means we can give 100% of our attention to this particular engagement now. Oh my god, I love the freaking Muscovites. Dude, this event is insane, man. I've had this the previous run, as in the first part of this particular campaign, so many times. Now I'm getting it again. It's just insane how many times this triggers. I found out why, though. I asked the devs. They've changed it, and apparently now there's a different system where the events trigger a lot more, and they can be good or bad, of course. But if they're bad, you can always Alt F4, just saying. And hey, if you're curious about the first part and how we got to this, of course, you'll find a link to that in the description. But you probably know what happened in the first part because you watched it already, right? Right? We also got pretty lucky with Radomir here, who is a 2 siege pips general, meaning he's really been of massive help. Not gonna overstate how much he's been of help here. And he's taking forts left and right. Oh! My Nogai separatists are fighting the Nogai. Oh no, wait, that's my guys. Those are the Crimeans. Never mind. Hey, 175 days. That was insanely fast, boys. I think we can actually do the peace deal now. 35-43. We're close. I guess if we get 3 more provinces occupied and we start sieging Persia's capital, we can actually do the peace deal then. So we're gonna be Carpethius Sigius Maximus, and whilst we're sending the rest of the army here, we don't want to waste time here, do we? We're also gonna do the good old Russian tactics of scorching earth in the hopes that we lower their war exhaustion. Better yet, increase their war exhaustion so that, you know, they're more willing to give us what we want. And truce is over with Novgorod, so we can attack them. Let's bring back this diplomat. You know, I just noticed I can get a lot of money from Persia, so 57.65 tells me that I can go for that 65 juicy amount of money there. There you go. We already got 7% on this siege, so we're definitely taking all their money, boys. We're using the Persian riches to fund our Russian expansion. Russia rules the steppes. All right, let's check now. How about you give me your money? How about you give me war reps as well? Oh, cancel someone's alliance? Transoxiana, because I'm going to attack him after. Yes, sir. Oh, damn. That was actually pretty good war for me, man. Didn't even lose that many units. Just a few to attrition, mostly. Obviously, all that money gets super fast reinvested into our country because we need to improve our economy. Ergo, why I'm building all the churches and everything else that I can build right now. And we got the capital of Chagatai. Let's hope that's going to be enough to make a good peace deal with them. I'm gonna wait still until I manage to get all of Nogai, though, and until I get my war target of Altin, because they managed to take that back, and getting Altin is gonna give me a hefty chunk of war score, to be fair. We also can recruit some more Streltsy, albeit it's very disappointing to see that this is just 3,000 manpower and losing to war exhaustion, but I mean, better than nothing, right? You guys still remember the good old days of the aliens from outer space, hell-bent on taking everything around them? I do remember those days. Also, what the schnapps, man? Chagatai basically murdered everybody here. They got Caradel as well out. They took everything. Holy snaps. This is a really good run for Chagatai. And let's also get Fabricate claim on an area. We're gonna get claims on all of these provinces now because we have that ability as the Muscovites / Russians. We wouldn't if we were just some common boyos, okay? Seems like Nogai also lost hope, so they're willing to give me what I want. 146, 144. Surprisingly, not a single nation in a coalition against us because clearly everybody hates Nogai. That's the only reason why they're not, I'm guessing. I don't know why. Hey, we can get a conquistador with 80 tradition and a lot of claims on the areas we're actually annexing pretty much now. Yeah, sure, we'll take this. Beyond the Urals is gonna make 2 of our province Orthodox Muscovite, and we get another conquistador that is a 665 Chad Lord. Oh my freaking god, sure dude, sure. We'll get all these freaking conquistadors. I guess we can fire somebody that's not really that good, so oh god, I have actually really good leaders. Who am I gonna fire, man? Come on, fall at 49%. No, you scumbags in Novgorod, I hate you so much. For the 5th time, 49. It did fall. That first time, guys. That was the first time. Seriously. It fell on the first try. Oh my god, unbelievable. Totally didn't take a freaking trillion years to fall on 49%, man. I swear, it's unbelievable. It's super lucky, guys. Super lucky. Look at that. How much luckiest Maximus, boys. Alright, now let's kill off these rebels. Honestly, as the Muscovites, it's really important to manage your expansion whilst at the same time managing your economic situation, because I notice a lot of people, they struggle with keeping up with their economy whilst at the same time keeping up with their expansion, and for that matter, keeping up with the mana points. So use that very wisely. For example, I used up some of my mana points to get 10 production development in Zlatust, which is super worth it, because just from this mine alone, I'm getting 7.7 ducats, which is a huge difference, guys. Basically, this mine here is fueling most of my troopers, and as consequence, most of my expansion into the east. Now, I could take more provinces from Chagatai, but the truth is that this war has been dragging on for way longer than I'm comfortable with, and I have other wars I need to get to. I also need to seize crownlands from my estates, so I gotta be at peace for that. Plus, remember that juicy alliance with the Austrians that we got going, right? Let's bring our boyos back for now. We're gonna fight the Chagatai again. At least we've also managed to explore a hefty chunk of their lands. Another nation that owes us a significant amount of cores for Kazakh is, of course, Transoxiana, so we're gonna be taking our cores back. Thank you very much. Hands off my lands, boys. Also, let's see what this is about. Suppress rebels. Yeah, sure, I love suppressing people. I mean, what? Who said that? I think we also can take the burger loans once more. This time is 495 ducats. Hell yeah, my man. Because we can get Renaissance and we can adopt all of these techs as well. Oh, that's his juicy, man. That is very juicy. Since we have a lot of extra mana points for military and we're ahead with our military tech, we're gonna go for a military idea first. Of course, it's gonna be aristocratic. Still the strongest military idea, even with all the changes in 1.35. They are by far way better than anything else that exists in EU4 right now. The hordes of Russia are attacking the hordes of the actual. Hold up a second. Are we the good guys in this particular situation? Because I'm a little bit confused here, okay? I'm just saying confusion is here, and it's not the one from Ming, alright? Hey! Enough with the jokes, Ludi. Just play the freaking game, okay? I didn't come here for the jokes, Ludi. I came for the gameplay, alright? Clearly. You actually came for the jokes, didn't you? Oh, look at that, boys. 0.42 ducats from making a workshop in Moscow. Amazing. Alright, we're gonna start spamming all of those workshops around because we really want to get a proper economy going. I think after this war, I'm actually going to focus on the Oirats. Okay. Looks like we got to go back again. Since I want to snake my way into the Pacific, I want to get the entirety of the coastline here, or the colonized area here, so that I have access to the Siberian lands once I do form Russia. 5 discipline from looting Bukhara. I don't mind, actually. It is going to cost me a little bit of money, though. But you know what? It's worth it. Screw it. The discipline is pretty Glutenstein, boys. It is pretty Glutenstein. Let's go ahead and attack their armies as well now. Is this in a mountain province? No, it's drylands. Well, actually, they're not a horde, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Come on, we got to win it, boys. We got to win it. Of course, we won that. They got what? Military tech 5. Yeah, weaklings. We're already at 2 techs ahead of them. Obviously, the northern steppe boys are going to be rebelling whilst I'm fighting the southern steppe boys, because that's just what steppe boys do all the time. That's right. You're not going to see this in the final edit, but this playthrough has been half fighting rebels and the other half actually conquering boys. Alright, let's see if we can do our peace deal. We can, my boys, we can. I'm gonna take a few provinces for myself as well. Let's say this one, maybe this one, so I can reach Khorasan. And can I take anything else around here? 93, you know what? This is actually fairly good for me. Also, nobody gives a schnaps about me taking these lands, so it is A-O schnippet-a-day. Let's go, boys. Time for the Oirats War. Look how beautiful and glorious my beloved Kazakh is right now, guys. And we finally got the alliance with the Austrians, which puts us a little bit over the diplo relations. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? We got a weird alliance with the royal marriage with Circasia. When did I get a royal marriage with the Circasia, bro? I mean, I guess I could make them a vassal. They used to be a tributary and I canceled it, to be fair. Do they have any cores I want? They got 3 cores, 6 development, 5, 6. It's not really that amazing, to be fair. But if I cancel this, I'm gonna lose 1 stability, so I guess I can cancel the alliance with Georgia, and I can get the vassalage over Circasia, even though though I'm not 100% on board with getting them as a vassal. Might as well as one of those situations, I guess. Hey there, Austria. What you got there, son? You took lands from Venice, I see. I see how it goes. Ottomans finished their war with the Venetians too, and surprisingly, they didn't take that many Venetian lands, so I'm guessing that was a bit of a white piece or something like that. Sure, I'll get an alliance. I mean, a royal marriage with the Austrians. I hope that the Ottomans do not take these provinces from the Crimeans, or the Genoese really, because I want to take them, obviously, and if they take them, then it's going to be an issue. It's time for the big war against the Oirats. Not going to co-belligerate any of these guys because I don't care about their lands, but I will be doing a secondary war against Sibir in 1 month because Oirats is not going to help them out, and I'm not going to co-belligerate Uzbek because then Chagatai is going to join in, but I am going to fully annex Uzbek because they only have 2 small provinces left, so there's no point having to fight Chagatai for the 2 small provinces here, right? This is quite literally 3 and 3 development end of the day. Oh man, are you kidding me, Ottomans? You actually took everything that Genoa has here. The war target was Chio. Why would you take everything, you greedy absolute bastards? Oh, actually I can call Austria against the Ottomans. You know what, boys? I think we're going to war with the Ottomans right after my war with the Oirats is finished. Yep, I think that's definitely what I'm going to do. What the hell is this? Oh yeah, I forgot I was at war with Uzbek and Sibir. Never mind. Literally just declared the war and I forgot. My brain is not what it used to be, okay? Ah, of course. I'm more than happy to fight your freaking rebels, Oirats. Christ's sake. Also, guys, I have to say, if you want to get the save game, and I'm talking about the second part and the first part save game, you will find it on my Patreon. Link is in the description, or you have an option to get it if you become a channel member as well. And hey, if you haven't pressed the subscribe button just yet, I want you to know that I already sent the muffin. It's under your desk. That's right. In between the 25 cables bundled up. You will never find it, just like you cannot find that one Tootsie Roll that you dropped there a few years ago, okay? It's gonna fester in that location. It's all your fault as well. I blame you for everything. Okay, actual legit question, guys. Do you also really enjoy canceling the cores of nations, or is it just me? Because I absolutely adore canceling cores for nations. I don't know why. I know it's pretty much irrelevant in most situations, but I abso-freaking-lutely adore doing it. Again, no freaking clue why. It's just one of those things. I'm curious if I'm alone in this particular kink, or if there are other people out there that share this enthusiasm. I mean, seriously, nothing feels better than canceling the cores of this nation here, knowing that they will never have a chance of spawning back in once I convert their religion and culture, and there's no more cores. It's just absolutely amazing. I'm actually curious how big Jiangsu is, considering that they have 20,000 units here. They might be a sizable force to be reckoned with, really. All right, let's wait for these guys to get movement locked, and they did. Let's engage us. Oh, 200 ducatin. No. I need my 100% patriarchal authority. Thank you very much. Okay, movement locked, DS Maximus. Let's kill him also. I'm actually curious why it's so easy. Oh, they're way behind me with military tech, and I've got more troops. Their troops are paper units, boys. They are actual paper boys. Just like you will be if you don't subscribe. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop now. That was the last one. I'm gonna stop. I've gone too far already as it is. Oh, there might be a chance of me helping Romania form. Yeah, boy. I actually would love to do that. You know what? I might vassalize Wallachia and form Romania as my I'm not sure if you can do that actually as a... Can Romania be formed if they're a subject? Once more, boys, it's the Benny Hill show whilst I'm chasing down Jiangsu's armies. Now, if I manage to fight them and they're unified like that, it might be a little bit of a problem. I'm not going to stack wipe them, but I'm still going to be obviously winning those engagements. Ah, I see what's going on here. Jiangsu must have Tech 7. They do have Tech 7. That explains why I'm not stack wiping them. It's all Gucci though, boys. I got enough manpower for days. Just as I thought I eliminated the horde vermin, rebels appeared here. Tangri rebels. And another Jiangsu stack appeared out of freaking thin air right over there. Getting those Benny Hills vibes again, man. I have to say that my favorite part is that most of the battles in the Oirat lands are fought in mountain provinces, which means that the enemy gets 25% shock damage decrease from fighting in a non-even province. Even though I got the -2 dice rolls, I still won that fairly easily because of that modifier that they got as well. And there you go, another battle won. You guys want to see a magic trick? Look at this. Carpetius Sigicus. Whoa, unbelievable. I guess I have magic powers, guys. That's right. I can edit shit, mother. Kind of surprised to see that the Oirats managed to snake all the way into Beijing. They ate Beijing. They vassalized Yan. And they've got most of the Manchurian bits as well. So, it's a lot of lands for us to take, boys. Let's go ahead and do the peace deal. We're gonna snake all the way into here as far away as we can do it. Actually, we can do this province as well, I guess. Let's go for that one too. Whoa, what the fuck just happened? I literally got the sight over all of Asia as soon as I annexed Astrakhan. I never knew that's a thing, and I've been playing this game for freaking 10,000 hours. What? Is that new? When you annex a vassal that has knowledge of a certain area, you learn of that particular area. I honestly, there you go. I learned something today as well. Or maybe it's 135. I'm so confused right now. All right, now we don't need to have the foresight for these lands in that case. Let's go ahead and, yeah, should we do a snake like this actually? Why not? Oh yeah, that's gonna be hard to maintain, isn't it? 137, 102, and only the Oirats and a coalition against us. We did lose 138,000 units in that war, but it's worth it because now whenever we form Russia, we have all these juicy provinces we're gonna be able to colonize with the Siberian frontier very, very easily. I'm gonna have to reassess my armies here as well. I'm gonna need to have a few contingents for the European front and a few contingents for the Asian front because I'm gonna start doing wars on both sides at the same time. Namely, I'm gonna be attacking the hordes, and whilst I'm attacking the hordes, I'm gonna attack the Ottomans and so on in Europe. I have to say it though, the Ottomans are pretty freaking slow in this particular run with their expansion. I mean, they just started taking over Karaman now, freaking 50 years into the game. 50 admin points if we take Karamegdag. I don't mind if I do. That is gonna be over here in Chagatai land, which I was getting ready to attack anyway, so yeah, we might as well get it, boys. See, I don't get this event. This doesn't affect my whole country, it just affects one province. The downside of that one province is some manpower and goods modifier reduction, but I get one stability for the whole country. So obviously, I'm always gonna go for the stability. What the schnapps, man? Alright, let's start the war. We're gonna set Almaty as the war target. Now, you might be wondering, why are you not using the reconquest of core CB? It's because there's only 3 cores that Kazakhs have, but I have a lot of claims that I'm gonna use since I will be annexing the entirety of this side of Chagatai in this particular engagement. Hold on a second, Chagatai also managed to snake all the way into freaking Lhasa almost, bro. What is this? These hordes have had it very easy this particular run, haven't they? And I also have to say I feel bad for Ming. They've basically only got, what, half of what they started with? They've collapsed super freaking fast. Letting Lan Na out of all countries expand like crazy. Same goes for Chu over here. They're still the mandate holder? What the F? With 0 tributaries? Yeah, that's a pretty interesting mandate over there, boys. Unguarded nomadic frontiers. Does not control Beijing Canton. Corruption, devastation. Oh boy. Yep, they're not coming back from this, are they? We're gonna do a little bit of a Assaltius Maximus on this fortification because we want to piece out Delhi and Timurids as soon as possible. And exactly the same we'll be doing with Delhi. Assaltius Maximus. We got enough manpower to spare. I kind of wasted a little bit of my mana points, obviously 100 mana points to do this, but still it's worth it. 55. That means we can get even some money from them if we conquer a few more provinces here. There you go. We got 100 ducats. I'll take the 100 ducats. Thank you very much. I've come bringing snacks, Shibe. My snacks are steel and iron and gunpowder, alright? If you don't like my snacks, well, you just racist, Shibe. That's what's going on here, right? Is this because I'm a 6% African according to my heritage DNA test? No, but seriously, I am actually. Well, we managed to catch up to the entire army of Shibe, so now we basically are just going to do a Carpathia Siegicus Maximus. Plus, I'm pretty sure that this means we can now do the Chagatai piece. Yes, we can. Beautiful. 144, 120, and no coalition, surprisingly, because nobody cares about what happens in the Hordelands. Okay, come on. Is it just me, or did they buff out the freaking events like crazy? I'm losing the patriarchal authority, but I need the stability, so. Oh, dude, we got an event for freaking Ivan the Terrible. This guy is amazing. Oh, my homies love Ivan the Terrible because he's a 656 Chad Lord. Ah, damn, I want him. I want him so bad. And he's also 16, right? So, wait, what? Oh, he became the leader, not the heir. He's definitely living up to his name, though. The first trade he got was cruel. Sadly, a lot of these provinces were actually conquered by Jiangsu, so I cannot take everything, but on the bright side, I'm pretty sure Jiangsu is going to fully annex them, so that's one less nation I need to worry about, essentially. Let's also get our troops over here, because we will be attacking these guys up next. I am also going to start my golden era, so I have cheaper mana points usage. That means cheaper taking up, cheaper getting national ideas, cheaper subscribing to my channel, yo! You get 10% of your mana points back. Oh, that's the final one, I promise. No more calling to action. Hey, we also got military tech 8, so we can actually fight the Ottomans now in the field and not get completely schnapple-duped. Hey, this is super good timing right here. We need that extra morale of armies to fight the Ottomans. Let me actually check the army comparison here. We got how much? 5.49 morale compared to their 4.1. Oh my god, I'm gonna absolutely crush them, aren't I? Oh, this is gonna be fun. The founding of Arkhangelsk gives us 6 production, and until the end of the game in the city of Arkhangelsk we get some modifiers. Come on, Serbia, be smart and peace out these boys so I can focus. Oh, there you go. Serbia is smart, man. Whoever said Serbia's not smart, they need to get their schnaps together, all right? Oh, come on. Really, Ottomans? You actually annex Wallachia? Well, you know, on the bright side, this does mean that I'll be able to make them my vassal, right? And we're also going to be devastating the Anatolian bits of the Ottoman Empire so we can make as much cash as possible from here, destroy their economy, make ours better in the meanwhile, because I know that I cannot really take any lands from them, and that Serbia is probably going to white peace at some point. Fingers crossed Shirvan actually fully annexes Gazi Comuns, because Shirvan's got like poo-poo alliances, so I can attack him afterwards and take all of this area for myself. Bruh, for real? Actually right now? Oh man, I hate this game sometimes. I was making gains, and no, Serbia decided to unconditionally surrender. What the F, man? Hey, on the bright side, we got this going for us here. Avaria's free, and these guys are also for the taking, so let's get a claim on them then. Let's clear out Manchuria, make sure we don't need to stress with these lands for a while now. We'll have another Jiangsu and Oirat's war in a bit afterwards, but for the time being, I'm mostly gonna focus on Lithuania, Poland, and the Ottomans when the truce is over, because I have to even out the aggressive expansion that I'm getting with various countries, so that's mainly why. Hey, say hello to my little new Vasalski, who's got a ton of cores on the Otobroski. Since we have a little bit of peace finally, we're gonna be lowering the autonomy in most of our provinces where we can lower it, and we will try and increase the amount of governing capacity that we have by building some courthouses. There you go, we're getting 6 governing capacity from Novgorod alone, and we're just gonna build as many as we possibly can. There you go. Now we're gonna put our troops into position so we can start the European wars as well as the Shirvan war, I guess. Let's check. Which one should we go for first here, boys? Claim an area, and that's gonna be Dagestan, actually. Ah, yes, my minions. Run all over the Polish lands. Destroy them. Ravage their refrigerators. Steal their combines. Lick their donuts and put them back in their place so nobody knows you licked it. Evil, I say. I totally don't lick donuts and put them back, I swear. The good bit is that I can actually give back my Crimean lands as well. The 3 provinces in the south here that everybody keeps forgetting are actually Crimean cores. And if we give these back from this interaction, it's going to be significantly cheaper as well. Wait, no, gotta click on the Polius Maximus. There you go. Crimeas, Returnius. Do I have to go siege down Genoa? Oh, Austria sieging down Genoa for me. Okay, I guess it's just a matter of waiting in that case, boys. We can hunt down the Polish armies whilst we wait then. I really have to say I absolutely adore the way they revamped this particular event. So instead of just getting some development, we also get, until the end of the game, different modifiers, including dev cost reduction in trade power, or tax modifier in dev cost, or manpower. So it really depends on what province it is, really. For me here, Dženemika is, okay, that's a really random province to get this event in, I guess, but alright, sure. It's a fish province, so I think it would benefit most if we make this a military center. So now, once we build a soldier's household in here, we're gonna get a ton of manpower out of it. Same goes once we built this. 75 because it's not actually a full core yet, so once we make it a full state here like that, and we lower the autonomy, it's gonna give significantly more. And that's the end of the Polish army. I think they got no troops left. Nope, it's only Genoa that has units left, I think. And they're getting chased by the Austrians, so they're not gonna have troops left either very, very soon. There you go, that's a proper stack in Vapenico room. The enemy army has 0, boys. We're also about to finish building this fortification in Altai Uriankai, which is a good location since it is a mountain fort. It is central in the Siberian areas, and it protects a lot of adjacent provinces too, lowers the devastation, and just gives out a lot of amazing benefits. I'm gonna have 1 fortification every few provinces in the Siberian lands and all around Russia in general. Looks like Genoa also is willing to peace me out, so let's give this to Circassia. Boom shakalaki. Give us back this motherfucker Belarus. Give me war reparations. Fine, even cancel your cores. There. You happy now? You made me cancel your cores, boy. Get over to the border so we get ready for the next war. And you boyos are gonna give me all my cores back. Plus, I think I can take a little bit more here. Yes, I can. Absolutely beautiful, boys. Check it out. Or as they say in the Czech Republic, Slovak it out. Yeah, boy. There you go. I love giving... Oh my god, are you kidding me? I got only 34 ducats in this war. So the rest of that went to the Austrian. I hate Austria right now. They're scumbags taking my money like that from me. Clearly, Austria is the bad guy here. That means we can do the Conquest of Ruthenia mission that lets us get a permanent modifier until the end of the game in the province of Kiev. We have a few to choose from, and these are actually insane. Like, we can get a Basilica or a stock exchange in Kiev. Stock exchange is this one over here. You get this at Diplotech 22, so you get this fairly early on. It's like, what, 150 years earlier or something? But I'm gonna go for the university, allowing me to develop Kiev even more, since this is already a farmland. It has the university, it has the center of trade. So after I core it up, I destroy the devastation, I get prosperity and so on. It's gonna be developed for 4 mana points. And of course, I'll be developing the schnapps out of the entirety of the Ruthenian bits of my land. Now we can start integrating the Livonians. And England seems to have a ton of debt, which is why they are not joining in this war, which is perfect for me, because I want to have a really quick war. I might take the Finnish parts in this war too. Oh, Austria's gonna get a Rurikovic if they don't get an heir anytime soon. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. Dude, come on! You're freaking throwing manpower at me. What the F, man? I love being Orthodox Russia. Orthodox Russia is my best Russia. Oh, Stettin's pretty big, man. I didn't expect Stettin to have 2 fortifications, but sure, we're gonna go siege him down then. And we just wiped their armies as well. And it seems like Sweden's okay with our terms. Let's go. Bring our boys back. We want to focus on the other parts of the world. But we did this so we can do the window into the east, or sorry, the west mission, giving us claims on the Finnish area, the Baltic, Ostrobothnia, and Laponia. Next with... Oh, come on. I need Finnmark too? Bro, not even cool, man. Seriously? Ugh. I gotta attack the Danes now, don't I? Quick war with the Danes for Finnmark, I guess. Don't necessarily need the Austrians, but I'll call them in so they can take care of Friesland and the other nations in this HRE parts, at least. Verden or whatever else is here. I'm actually gonna take a chunk out of Denmark. I want to take the entirety of Norway for 2 reasons. The main one is because I want to do the next mission as well, and I need to have 10 or 15 more provinces to do the next mission. So this here should be enough. Maybe I can take Gotland instead of that one. Yeah, that looks pretty good as a peace deal. 64 aggressive expansion. However, not many nations in an actual coalition against me, and this should allow me to do Lions of the North that offers Carolean infantry, guys. The special unit that the Swedes have that are honestly insanely powerful. And I'm so excited for this, boy. Give me those provinces right now. I'm gonna be enforcing religion on Verdun. Thanks to Austria also. I'm gonna enforce my religion thanks to predominantly Austria here. Thank you, Austria. You guys are very nice, letting me spread my religion in your empire. Very, very kind indeed. How does it feel being Orthodox Verdun? Do you feel emancipated now? Do you feel like you've made the right choice? How about you, Friesland? How do you feel about being Orthodox? I'm evil, I tell you, I'm evil. Now, the problem is I cannot reach the Scots to make them also Orthodox because, you know, well, actually, it would be above 100 war score. Oh, that's all of your artillery pieces, Denmark. Oh no. I think I might have to actually build a fleet. I don't have almost any ships. I only have the ones that I got from Theodora, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I'm gonna need some cogs. Let's get some cogs first. Actually, even if I drag this war on, simply because I don't have a fleet and because Austria doesn't have a fleet either, it's gonna be way too hard to actually enforce my demands. So I'm gonna take an L here, and I'm only gonna take parts of Norway. I'll take the rest of their country in the next war against them. I do have to have that fleet. I kind of cucked myself by not building a fleet in the first place. I should have had at least some trade ships or something, right? But yeah, let's go with the conquest of Finland. Now, I didn't core this up before because, well, I have this event that triggers, and I can make Finland an independent state and vassalize them from this mission. This is gonna give me +1 Diplo relations until Finland is no longer a vassal, and I'll be able to recruit the Hakapipipiki cavalry units, or I can just reject it and get 75 admin points. Take note, if we do make the Finns our vassals, then with the next mission, we're not gonna get the Caroline infantry, but we will be able to do Finland's missions, which are significantly strong, to be fair. However, I'm gonna be the bad guy here, and I'm not gonna make them a vassal simply because I don't want to. Okay, you listen to me. I don't want to. But aside from I don't want to, it's because mostly I want those Carolean infantry units for myself. Those Caroleans are going to be insane, my boys. I have to say, the Ottomans just had the fastest war imaginable against the Persians. I think it took them like literally a year, maybe even less, until the Persians just gave up and let them take half of their freaking country here. What the F is going on in this game, bro? I mean, really, I get that you guys have 125,000 units, but still, what kind of armies they have, actually? 21,000 artillery, 24 cav. It's about the same as me, actually. All right, it's time to settle this, boys. It is time to settle this. Who is better? Is it the Otto bros? Is it the Russia bros? Let's go, ski. We have to fight the French as well, so it's not gonna be an easy one. But we got that old brain in there, right? So hopefully we win this. Aristocrats grateful for our favor. Okay, I'm not sure what I gave, but okay. We're getting some pretty decent siege rolls here, so a little bit of luck, it's gonna go up to 64%. 71%, boys. Can we get an 80 something too? No, it did fall. Eventually did fall. We also seem to have gotten colonialism, which works for us. I'm gonna use some of my mill points here to assault this and actually properly assault it, not just barrage it, because I need to take Crimea sooner the better so I can focus on the eastern parts of the Ottomans. Yes, I'm fighting the Castilians as well because France does have Castile as a junior partner. Feels bad, man. Oh, what? I can call in people? Oh, they finished their war. Awesome, Austria. Thank you. You're the bestest ally ever. Hold on a second, boys. We have a lot more morale than the Ottomans have. 5.5 compared to the 4.4 that they have. Then again, they got more military tactics than us because they have way more discipline. They got 112.5. Holy snap. But still, we managed to win that battle and we inflicted a lot of casualties on them, actually. So that makes me hopeful that I'm gonna win more battles now. God damn, even the French troops were kicking in their butts. Wait, what was that siege? That my assault? Yeah, that was my assault. However, the Ottomans decided to carpet siege me, so I gotta take care of them now. Boom shakalokos, 8,000 Ottomans down the drain, and another 3,000. Plus, we managed to get Trebizond. Amazing. Let's go. Don't mind using up even more of my mana points to quickly take these fortifications, and in return, win this war. The sooner the better. Because all we need to do in order to form Russia now is just be at peace. Oh, boys, really? You're actually sieging down my capital, Ottos? Oh, Austria's doing a really good job here. I can probably piece him out. Yep, I sure can. 6258. I'm gonna get 500 ducats. I haven't even done a single thing. Well, I've defeated the French a couple of times, but Austria's done most of the heavy lifting here. No, you don't, Ottos. No, you don't. That is my fortification, sir. Get out of here. Every time I see the province of Ichel, I think of ice for some reason. I don't know why, but I always think of ice. Imagine being the one that attacked and then losing the battle. Bruh. Big bruh moment. Should I do it, boys? I don't need to do it, but just because I want to, I'm gonna do it. There you go. That infantry shot cav fire is going to be of massive help. Oh, but Ludi, you don't play efficient. You waste a mana point. Oh no. Ludi don't play exactly how I want him to. So, after editing the first bits of this particular part of this particular campaign, I realized that the video is becoming insanely long. So I feel like I need to do a third part for this. And if you want to see that third part, let's say in the first week after this video comes out, let's get like 8,000 likes or so. And then we'll unify all of Slavdom under a special new Slavic boyo nation. Okay? It's Adidas. Maybe not. Maybe it's not Adidas. I don't know. Maybe I've just been killing Killa too many times in Tarkov. Assaultius Maximus, boys. 28 days for Selanik. Actually, I could take all the stuff that I want already. Maybe a little bit of money. Yeah, why not? No coalitions, obviously, and they are a-okay with this. I'm doing it first and foremost because I want to start integrating Crimea, and I'll have a proper bigger war with the Ottomans after I form Russia, because there you go, boys. We can also Clicius Maximus, yes, please, and now, my lords and ladies, we are the ridiculously strong nation of the Russian Tsardom. These ideas are just the most delicious things ever. Core creation costs, manpower, A reduction, ability to create Siberian frontiers is my personal favorite, obviously. All that artillery juice. So now, first off, let's go ahead and establish those Siberian frontiers. Clicius Maximus. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, give me those Siberian boys. Oh, that is delicious. That is absolutely. We are basically getting so many provinces for like just 20 diplo points. It's insane. You can also get the Black Sea Fleet and and march into the Caucasus. Oh, every province in the Caucasus gets a lot of bonuses. Oh, I got admin points too? Awesome. But hey, boys, we also have more missions. By forming the Russian Tsardom, we unlock 13 more missions. The lucky number here, clearly. There you go. This is going to give us a lot of reform progress and for a very long time. Modernization. Now, we have a lot of unique missions here that revolve around reforming the Russian nation into a proper modern society. And we also have the modernization mechanics enacted now. Commonwealth surprisingly has 59,000 units, so they're not to be trifled with, but they're not as strong as us also. We're gonna need a few more units, so let's go ahead and recruit at least 20 more Streltsy, or just fill up our land force limit. Now that we did recruit the Streltsy, we can also do this particular mission here, and we get to choose between giving the Streltsy -5 shock damage received and increasing their maintenance and pay for the Streltsy every time a leader dies, or just getting 100 military points. I'm just gonna get the military points. I know what you're thinking, but the truth is that shock damage received -5% is not worth too much in the mid to late campaign, when most of the real damage is going to be dealt by fire. So what's the point of me even paying extra for these units then? Check out how much more damage we do to the Poles. We're absolutely crushing them left and right. The Britannia is now available as well, where we get the tier 2 government reform that lowers separatism years by 5, harsh treatment -25, rebel suppression efficiency, as well as all estate influence -10%. Of course, we're going to go for that. That is actually extremely powerful and a really good government reform to have. Also, guys, if you want to see a similar video but for Novgorod, let's get 5,000 likes in the first days after this video comes out, so I can see that you guys want to see that particular run done, because Novgorod in this patch is actually really interesting. Not only does it have different government reforms when you form Russia, and it has its own mission tree and so on, but it actually receives some special flavor from some events that I think you guys might be interested in seeing. Basically forming Russia, but the rich version of Russia, like really rich. And of course, if it's not obvious already, the first part of this campaign you'll find a link to in the description, alongside a few links to some basic EU4 guides that you might need for 1.35 if you haven't watched them yet. Now, would you look at that? Passau would love to become an Orthodox nation for us. I don't need to do it, but I want to do it. Let's make everybody here Orthodox if we can. Force religion on these guys as well. Hails to the yeah. I'm loving it. I'm converting the entirety of the HRE to Orthodoxy, all thanks to their HRE emperor. And the funny thing is, in the previous part, I did the same thing in the north, and I converted these guys to Orthodoxy because of the HRE emperor once more. I'm gonna do the most non-gorish, enjoyable peace deal to ever watch. I'm basically cutting the Poles in half here. Nobody joins in the coalition because they're all scared schnitzelus of me, and the best part is that by cutting them in half and then making some rebels spawn in this side of their country, and they will not have military access to defeat those rebels, I'm gonna be able to wipe out the entirety of Poland. Now we're also sending some units so we can fight against the Swedes in the north. Send 2 army groups so we have an easy time with that war, and the other armies we're gonna send into the Asian bits because we're gonna do a few wars in Asia to consolidate our Siberian holdings. 120 overextension. Holy snaps, that's actually quite a little bit. Let's see if we can concentrate a little bit here. Yeah, we can. That is Gucci, because if we couldn't concentrate, that would have been a big problemos for me. And of course, it's still 104. Not even. Oh boy, that is no bueno. All right, well, one of our cores here is gonna finish in a few months, so we should be fine. Now we're also getting a significant amount of manpower from the Streltsy interaction. They've buffed us up a little bit more with the recent patch, to be fair, which is good because it was pretty much useless before the way it was. Now let's do this quick war against the Swedos. We basically have claims on most of Sweden, so it's gonna be freaking super cheap to core up as well. I cannot do a full annexation because surprisingly the Danes left the Swedes with one random province over here in Skaraborg. I guess they're not a big fan of the Borg, are they? Some would even say that they've been scarred by the Borg. No Trekkies in the chat, nothing. Now we can also get another government reform for tier 2, the Titiaski office. I'm not going to go for these guys, it's not worth it. Instead, I'm going to get the tier 3 government reform, which offers lowered autonomy change, cooldown, minimum autonomy territories, and trade company investment, as well as some reform progress, growth, and so on. These guys are pretty sweet to have, and our troops are also by the border with the Oirats, so let's attack them now. Give me all your stuff, Oirats. I want it. It's mine. I saw it first. Probably one of of my favorite things added with the Domination DLC for the Muscovites is the ability to steal modern ideas from nations. This will of course scale with the difference between technology with the targeted nation from which we're stealing stuff, but it's going to increase my modernization by stealing modern ideas from other nations. I'm not sure we're playing as Russia. I feel like this is a little bit of a Romanian ability. I hope they add this to Wallachia and Moldova as well. Sadly, the Swedes are left to have the same fate as the Native Americans. Essentially, they now exist in a small reservation within Danish lands, just like the Native Americans. Damn Danes, I tell ya, bruh. And look at that, guys. Only 5 mana points to core up these Swedish lands here. That is just ridiculous. We got a 61% core creation cost reduction right now. Finished coring all of the Commonwealth provinces so we can attack Moldova. And check it out, guys. With the funk so brother... No, seriously though, check it out. Commonwealth's gonna be at war with us again. So instead of getting a 15 years truce with them, we can quickly piece them out and get a 5 years truce with them until 1536, meaning we can attack them again in 5 years if we just take a couple of provinces real quick. And I really mean real quick because their units are schnapps compared to our Chad Lord Uber Schneller troopers of Russia. Nice try there, Oirats. Nice try. But even though I'm fighting in flat terrain, I still have way better troops than you ever will, sir. Let's go for their fortifications too. Oh, dude, the reformation is branching out in Toledo out of all places. That is so bad for the Castilians. I would not want to be in their shoes right now, man. One day, I am faithful that some of these fortifications are going to fall at anything below 60% because I keep getting 60, 70, 80% falling for my forts. It's really not cool, okay, game? Can I just get some good RNG for once? Ah, it's a great peepee in the sky. But wait, guys, we are a scholar, so we realize it's just a fascinating comment. It's nothing to be fretting about, boyos. It does a little bit blow destroying a fellow Orthodox nation, but gotta be done, man. I cannot just have a lot of 3 province minor nations lying around here all around me. It's not coochie. It's not coochie at all. And hey, look at that, boys. Brandenburg actually managed to take a massive chunk out of Pomerania right now. Glad to see it. My good old Brandenburgians making the most out of their particular run. We've gotten 93% against Oirat, so let's do a juicy peace deal. This right here seems juicy enough, I'd say. Take all the money we can take as well, and we've basically reduced them to half the size they were before. And would you look at that, we only have 99.2 overextension, not even 100. What is happening here, boys? What is happening? I know what's happening. Russia's insanely powerful, and we're just absolutely schnappledorping everyone. Oh, would you look at that? Somebody managed to unify all of Japan. Let's see who that was. That was Ashikaga. Ashikaga actually managed to diplomatically unify Japan. I haven't seen that in a really long time. Wait, what? I lose 300 ducats, and Rostov gets a lot of Azov gets a lot of production, base tax, as well as a center of trade. Okay, but with that, just wish that it wasn't mandatory for me to lose that money though, or at least I wish I could have been asked whether I want to lose that money or not. We're gonna have a few chill wars in this particular region so we can get some more provinces from Transoxiana, and so we can basically have a more historical border of the Russian Empire, essentially including all of the stands here. I'm doing it, of course, because I want to get more trade power so I can filter in more trade into my node from Samarkand. And because I am in the vicinity of the Danes, I'm going to attack them too, since I need to take a couple more provinces to do one of my missions. Let's say set up Narka as the war target since it's right next to my units, and let's attack from the European bits as well. Who is their ally here? Oh, right, my fellow Orthodox boyos. By appeasing the Patriarchate, we also get legitimacy 0.25, patriarchal loyalty equilibrium, and max privileges +1 until the end of the game, as well as 10% tax modifier in every area that has been consecrated as a metropolitan. So setting up metropolitans is significantly better now. And there you go, another 100 Streltsy. This is going up super fast. We get a 2.3 progress every month. That means we're getting Streltsy every, what, 3 years, 4 years? We actually can do this mission too. We just need to sell crownlands, I believe. Yep, there you go. And now we got the Russian Patriarchy that offers 10 patriarchal authority, 15 admin, and every known Orthodox country gains 25 opinion of us. The cool bit is we can also do Handle the Boyars, which offers us some manpower recovery speed plus 10% and Boyars loyalty equilibrium. We could have gotten the reform progress growth if we had the influence with them below 40%, but I actually want the manpower recovery military, since now we're getting 2,900 manpower per month. We're essentially unbeatable at this point of the campaign militarily. You can also abolish the Mestinishko, which gives us reform progress and 10 modernization. And by improving Pskov 3 times, let's do that right now actually. Oh, we can also consecrate this, of course. Nice, nice. Boom, boom, boom. We do another mission, the Titiaski's Faith, where we get 5% crownlands and 50 admin points. To get the next mission done, we need 14 admin monthly. We can now focus on states administration, commercial gains, or military advances, with each of these giving a temporary bonus. I'm gonna go for the admin thing so I get the reform progress for a little bit of time. Westernizing the court can easily be done also by improving relations with our ally, the Austrians. Once we have 100 relations, we can do that mission too. Because of all those missions, we can get another government reform now. Just notice that pretty much every tier except the 4th one is a unique Russian government tier. I absolutely love catching up to the enemy troops. There's no greater feeling wiping out these units and thinking ahead for a second here and realizing where they're gonna be so I can actually catch up to them. Like Jaunpur's units here really didn't expect me to catch up to them, but I did, and as a consequence they now belong in Schnappeldobs. In case you don't know what that is, it's a heaven for Jaunpuri units, only for Jaunpuri units, no other units of course. But hey, at least we managed to westernize the court now, so for 25 years we're gonna get goods produced modifier plus 10%. Probably should have gone for the idea cost now that I think about it, or the tech cost, but hey, it's fine. Goods produced means our economy is gonna skyrocket now. The best part though is that we just unlocked defensive Eastern Musketeers, so our fire units are gonna be ruffle stomping all around the lands, bringing joy and happiness. No, there's no joy in here, boys. We live in Eastern Europe, okay? Joy is code word for the KGB, boys. Her full name is Joy Elizabeth Martha because she's infiltrated in the United States right now as we speak. I don't know what I'm talking about. What is even Ludi thinking about when he's doing these runs? That's the real question. Is he even paying attention to the run? Like, why you keep talking about random stuff, Ludi? Just pay attention, bro. This is why I come here, okay? See, now you are only saying that because you were clearly bribed by Joy to say that. You wouldn't otherwise, would you? Just be honest with me. What? How dare you, Austria, call me in your wars? That's not how it goes. I'm the only one who gets to call you in my wars, not you calling me in yours. But sure, fine, I'll join in. It's like, oh, actually, it's a good idea for me to make these nations Orthodox. So let's try and do that, boys. Who do we have? Passau is already Orthodox. We just have Thuringia, Saxony. I don't think I can make Saxony Orthodox though. No, 102 to enforce it. That is so close. But I could enforce on Anhalt though. So let's try and do that. I think I'm ready for the peace deal now. Let's go. I want to get this exact deal here since I'm going to have access to the Persian lands afterwards via the Golistan province. That's because, let's face it, the Ottos pretty much cucked me by taking Ardabil here. And speaking of cucks, it's also time for me to attack the Polish-Lithuanian cuck here. Since my truce is over with these bad boys and I can take my rightful Polish clay. Unsurprisingly, we're only taking 2 provinces from Denmark because I only need to do that one mission here, and that requires I just have 1 extra province. And there you go, boys. We just managed to get ourselves a ton of Carolean infantry in our capital. These bad boys here are absolutely amazing. Morale damage plus 5, regiment drill loss minus 25, but the best part is that we have units that are blue right now. Can you imagine? We got white, blue, and orange units in our armies, guys. Actually, I just realized I forgot to establish the Cossacks regiment. So now we have the orange ones, which offer 15% extra shock damage. We're gonna replace all of our cavalry units with the Cossack units. It really pains me to see that Brandenburg's once more reduced to a 2-province minor. I might be able to attack them and enforce orthodoxy on them later down the line. Let's see. Oh, what was that, Magdeburg? You want to become Orthodox? Sure. I mean, who am I to judge what you want to do, bro? You know, you want to be Orthodox, go for it. I will 100% support your decision. After all, it's a free religious world, isn't it, guys? Countries definitely don't fight over religions at all. Ah, yes, guys. I give you the classic Ludi 92% fort siege here, which is pretty much the reason why I freaking both love and hate this game sometimes. I love the smell of fresh Polish lands conquered in the morning. Nothing smells the same, I swear. We can now do the Partition of Poland mission that offers +4 max promoted cultures as as well as it makes Czech, Sorbian, Silesian, and Polish as accepted cultures. And for 20 years, we get core creation cost minus 10%. Oh my lord, this is amazing. Look at that, guys. Core creation cost modified by minus 72.8% right now. 7 out of 7 promoted cultures, and we're gonna get a lot more from our mission tree. Finally, we integrated Cossacks. Took a lot longer than I expected it to. A lot of the Russian events, be it the old ones or the new ones, because there's a lot of new ones added in, are just amazing. Look at this one over here. We colonize this province over here, get 1,000 population and a castle in Mangazea, or whatever the schnapps this is called. So this directly is ours. It's Muscovite Orthodox, has the castle just from that freaking little event. Now the big war, boys, because it's time to attack the Otto Broskis. We're gonna take back all of the provinces that belong to our beloved Wallachian vassal. We're doing this since we need to get another mission done, and we need to have 15 provinces within the Carpathian region. That essentially means we're gonna have to cancel the alliance with the Austrians after this world, so we can take a few of the Hungarian provinces. The Ottomans are a worthy foe, though, since they have 116,000 soldiers in the field and 100,000 manpower. Plus, they also have guns now, and they are honestly very, very strong, so I have to be very careful. Oh my god, dude. Yes, please. Thank you, Saint Michael. You're the best saint ever, bro. So you might think that, oh, you have to fight all of the French now and the Ottomans, but the truth is, no, I don't need to fight the French, because the French have occupied some of Austria's provinces that they want to take, so I'm gonna give these provinces to the French. In doing so, not only do I get rid of the French from this war, but I also weaken a little bit the Austrians, because remember, after this war, we're gonna attack the Austrians also for some Hungarian provinces, so it's kind of in my interest to weaken, if I can, a little bit the Austrians. They just created an eyalet whilst I was at war with them, and they're not at war with me. What? That is so stupid. I'm shocked that this is actually allowed. Wow. Okay, so I have a separate war with the Makaristan eyalet apparently now. Oh my god, I just saw something. What fudge, bro? The eyalet the Ottomans just created quite literally has claims on the entirety of the Hungarian bits. What? Oh my god. Actually, oh my god. How is this a feature, man? Like, seriously, that is so freaking broken right there. I cannot freaking vassalize this. What? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to cancel all of their cores. If I cannot have it, Otto Broskis cannot either. And I'm also mostly just canceling the cores because I got this weird fetish where I kind of enjoy canceling cores. I don't know, man. Don't judge me, okay? It's just, it is what it is. What do you want from me? I'm special, okay? Oh, actually, the cores disappeared also when I annexed the eyalet. And in case you're wondering, I'm not piecing out until I take 100% war score on the Ottomans. This war is meant to weaken them and just cause as much panic and disturbance as possible in their land. Hey, finally we got the radical reforms. Because we hired an inflation reduction guy and a trade efficiency guy, we are able to get this particular event. It's got like a roughly 10 years trigger. That means that within 10 years after hiring these two guys, you're gonna get the event. I'm gonna cheese it. There you go. And I'm firing both of them before I actually fire them, and then I get 200 of each mana point, and now I can also hire back the same guys that I fired previously, and that means I'm close to finishing my trade ideas too. Oh my god, I just noticed the Ottomans have absolutely raffle stomped the Egyptians. I'm not sure how long they've been holding Cairo for, but they got that triggered event that lets them make an eyalet out of the Mamelukes if they hold it for a few years. So I think I'm gonna try and send a relief force to take back Cairo from them before it all goes really, really south here. I don't want to end up with having to fight all of Egypt as well, not only the Anatolian parts of the Ottoman Empire, which by the way are pretty much under my control now. In fact, I think I can do my peace deal now, can I? Yep, there you go. So we're gonna take basically half of Bulgaria and the capital of Constantinople. We're relieving our Orthodox brethren here. We're making Constantinople Orthodox once more, or should I say Tsarigrad or Targrad. Okay, now let's bring back all of the units by the border because we're gonna attack the Ottomans again. This time we're attacking them with the help of the Persians. So remember, guys, how in the early part of this campaign, when we were still Muscovy, we enforced serfdom on our serfs, but now we have the chance to liberate the peasants. This means that we will be getting monthly modernization 0.75, institution spread, and and boyars max privileges, or we can codify the serfdom, crack down on it basically, and we get tech cost penalty, idea penalty. Obviously we want to go for the liberation of the peasants. It's going to give us a little bit of a rebel, but look at that, we got monthly modernization. So now we are actually gaining modernization every month, even though we have a ton of privileges. It's a matter of just waiting now to get those modernization points up so we can continue some of our missions down the line in our mission tree and reform our nation into a modern society and into the Russian Empire. We also finished coring most of the provinces we got from the Ottomans super fast because of the extra core creation cost reduction modifiers that we have, and now we're going to attack Persia. In the process of attacking Persia, we will be going to war with the Ottomans once more since they are guaranteeing Persia. So basically I can have a quick war, lower the truce that I have with the Ottomans from 15 years to roughly 5 years, depending on if I take anything from them. Probably will not take anything, to be fair. I just want to have a quick truce so in 5 years I can attack again and take a massive chunk. I'm talking about taking most of the Balkans from them in the next war. Right now, if I was to do this, I would only be able to take a few provinces by comparison. Take Berlat from the Wallachians? Yeah, sure. Another day, another 71% siege. But the difference is now it's in the Middle East, and this is a mountain province, so it's actually significantly worse. I genuinely don't care about most of the Persian lands. I just want to connect my areas here around the Caspian Sea, and I'm taking trade power from them so I can, so I can take the trade in the Persian node and filter it into my main Novgorod node, obviously. All three of the first idea sets have been finished, so now we can do a couple more policies also, including global trade power and goods produced, as well as one extra merchant. Now we are paying a little bit, one diplo point extra for this to maintain this policy, but it's super worth it because our economy will absolutely skyrocket because of it. Also, we're ready to attack the Austrians to take our rightful Carpathian clay, set up Semlin as the main war target, and Letsaguchi. Take out that fortification out of the way, take out Temeshvar, take out that fort over there as well. The main thing I'm seeing right now in this war is the amount of small OPMs that I can convert to Orthodoxy, aside from the lands that I'll be taking from Austria. This is going to be a really good war for us. Ah, yes, the big brain AI troopers, 74,000 in one stack, moving, well, 2 stacks moving in sync so they can properly take a max amount of attrition. And another mission we can do now, modernization of the state. It gives us innovativeness plus 50% for the next 25 years, reform progress growth, modernization gain, and one province gets a university as well as some nice modifiers, working our way towards properly becoming a modern society, of course. I could have done this mission a while back, but I waited for a little bit because now I'm ready to actually use those conquistadors and explorers as well as the 2 extra colonists I got so I can make my way into the Alaskan bits of the world, or maybe just the North American Canadian bits if they're not yet colonized, which I doubt that they are. So we're gonna attack the Danes later down the line, and we're gonna make our way towards Newfoundland, let's say. Until that point, we're gonna use our colonists to just promote settler growth in the low development provinces in the northern bits here. So this one and say this one here. Actually, not the fish one. I'm gonna do it in a better trade good, like a fur province over here. There you go. Oh, it's time for me to peace out because my truce is over with the Otto bros, and I need to, of course, prioritize the war with the Ottomans. That is my #1 important thing to do, ski. Let's also do the next mission here, Annex of Carpathia, giving another 4 max promoted cultures and manpower and true faith plus 10%. Now we're gonna do the protect the Slavs by taking pretty much all of the Balkans from the Ottomans. Give me all your provinces, you bastard. I need them badly. Wait, what? We can steal modern ideas from Jiangsu? Out of all the nations, these guys are more advanced than us? What? Ottomans got some units that got trapped here. They couldn't ship them over to the Anatolian part in time, so they're gonna get Astorkot. Now you might be saying, Ludi, what the F is Astorkot, bro? Did you just randomly have a word come out of your mouth and you kept that in the edit? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I got no idea what that means. Don't judge me, okay? Come on, man. I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, the great city of Vladivostok. Ottobrowski here trying to be sneaky and starting to siege down Selanik, but no, sir. We cannot let that happen. Oh, that is so juicy. We wiped out 5,000 of their artillery units. Now that Vladivostok is a core, we can do the Amur expansion, getting a ton of modifiers here, and it makes it an Orthodox Muscovite province as well, so double whammy really. So we just finished integrating Crimea, meaning we have no more vassals left. Because of that, we lost the Boyars integration policy, and because we integrated Crimea, we can do Destroy the Hordes mission, which is going to give us 100 power projection, as well as for the next 100 years, morale of armies, global prosperity growth, and devastation reduction. So this is a really good event to get in the 1550s, 1600s. Kind of why I also took my time with integrating Crimea, to be fair. Now we can peace out the Ottomans, and I'm going to take this exact peace deal here. It might look weird, but it's because I need 15 provinces, and this is in fact exactly 15 provinces. So now I can do my mission here, namely protect the South Slavs, which is going to unify the Slavic culture group. So now if we go to our culture map mode, check it out. Protect the Slavs, boom shakalokos. All the Slavs are in one major culture group as of now. And not only that, but we can also do the third Rome. We can make Tsarigrad our capital. It's going to make it an Orthodox Muscovite province. And until the end of the game, we get in that province dev cost reduction, production efficiency, a ton of other stuff, manpower plus 100%, or we can keep St. Petersburg. So I'm going to obviously make Constantinople or Tsarigrad my capital. And look at this, boys, 42 development Muscovite Orthodox province. We do have a lot of devastation, so I'm going to have to lower that devastation actually. Well, we have a fort, so it's going to go down eventually. Absolutely beautiful. We essentially have formed the Slavic Union, if you know what I mean, since, you know, we've united the Slavs. Come on, bro. Makes sense if you think about it, the Slavic Union. Now, we are a little bit overextended here, so, yeah, I guess we'll chill for a while, fix our economy, and actually, no, I need to also attack the Commonwealth, so let's attack the Commonwealth and we'll chill afterward. Apparently, I was allied to the Mamluks. I honestly completely forgot that happened. But sure, Mamluks, I'll indulge you for a second here. Oh, I forgot to take the one province from the Ottomans to unify these lands. Oh, poops. And luckily for the Austrians, they just inherited Burgundy, meaning Austria is right now my biggest threat, isn't it? Let me actually make peace with Adal. I don't really care about you, Adal. Just, all right, now we can actually do stuff. Let's go here, make the Austrians our rivals. We're gonna have to declare war on them because we need to have one of our rivals humiliated in order to form the Russian Empire. Oh, I could get an alliance with my former enemy of France here. Yeah, let's do that. France is also about to finish integrating Castile, so that's cool to see. And what the F, man? England's got half of Aragon. Oh god, the Border in Western Europe is disgusting, isn't it? I am going to be releasing the Teutonic Order as my vassals since I have a lot of cores I can feed them after. Check out this bad boy over here. That's like 100 something development because they've been deving up these provinces like crazy. I'm going to be using their reconquest right now. Let's go with the Warski, Buyasnokos. It's a time to get rid of Poland, make sure they don't exist on the map anymore. Look at that, 3 new candidates for becoming Orthodox, of course. And I got my 10th grain province that is 10 production, sorry, 6 production, not 10 production. So now we can do the vodka monopoly, enables the promote vodka sales decision. So let's check it out. This decision lowers the progress of all rebels by 20%. It gives us 700 ducats, but every grain province loses 10 prosperity, and we get institution spread minus 33%, as well as unrest reduction. So I'll go for this. Why not? Don't care about the institution part right now as it is. So holy mother of development. 2 Sicilies devved up all of their provinces a ton. 31 development. They developed this 23 times, 23 again, 24 times. All right, that is impressive and very disturbing because if I am to take these provinces in the future, it's going to be way too much aggressive expansion. Got myself a few new religious friendos. Now we can do the deal I was talking about earlier. We can add this in as well since we increased our governing capacity, so we don't have any issues with that. There you go. Boom sakalokos. And now we only need one more war to get the rest of the Polish lands, really. And would you look at that? Prussia formed from the Teutons. So I have Prussia as my little vassal as the Russians. Prussia, Russia. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because of the, you know, it's almost the same but with the P in front. Well, it seems like we have the Protestant Reformation trigger, and I'm gonna join the Protestants. I want to see a free Protestant HRE, totally not doing it to screw over the Austrians that apparently also took my rightful Commonwealth lands. We also can embrace the new institution here, and that means that we probably outshined the Ottomans, didn't we? Yes, we freaking did. Wait, what? Dortmund declared the religious... Bro, what? Okay, well, I guess we got that going for us. Let's enforce our demandius over the Austrias. Look at this map here. It's basically the entirety of the world against Central Europe, really. Oh, I never even noticed that Bavaria formed, dude. What? When did this happen? Guessing that was Landshut. So strange to also be fighting on the same side as the freaking Ottomans. And no matter what the situation, of course our sieges are gonna go up to 85%. This actually feels a little bit like a First World War sort of scenario here. Units going left and right, everybody sieging everybody else. Is just complete chaos, and I'm loving it. I've basically won every single engagement for these bastards, and the only thing they did was they gave me freaking Ragusa, which I didn't even want to take now, and I got extra aggressive expansion for it. So because of that, I'm pissed. I'm just gonna peace out myself separately with the humiliation. Screw you, Dortmund. Good luck with your freaking war, bro. Imagine giving me provinces I don't want. That is just disgusting. All right, now we can proclaim the title of Emperor, and afterwards we have the Russian Empire Tier 1 government reform, which offers a ton of amazing juicy things here. Let's go check it out. Way better than the Russian Tsardom, isn't it? And we also now have the enforced absolute rule interaction, cultural revolution, and new order regiments interactions. Way more manpower from this one, for example, in infantry compatibility, idea cost in national tax, as well as every province gets minus 15 local autonomy. So this is extremely powerful. And yes, I know that I'm not going to get the age objective next stage. It's okay, it doesn't really matter. I'll get the other age objectives really fast. Their allies of Mare are not joining in, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and push into their parts. My goal with this is to get more of the Persian trade node, which allows me to filter in more of their trade into my node in Azerbaijan, from which we have 46 ducats directed back into the eventual Novgorod node. Some of this is leaking into Crimea because of the Ottomans. Sadly, I haven't completely wiped out the Ottomans. I need at least 1 or 2 more wars to do so, but we're on the way. We also can go up to 525,000 manpower, but we're going to increase that significantly by building more soldiers' households. Each of these give roughly around 3,000 units, manpower that is, so it's a huge amount, let's face it. It's also time that we convert most of our templates to the early 1600 template, and I need money for that, so I guess I gotta wait for a little bit then. Oh, we got some development. I'm waiting for Pyotr Rikovich to also get to be in charge of the nation. I need to wait a little bit longer. I think this guy hasn't been ruling for 20 years just yet, since he's, 24 years old. I'm gonna make him a leader if he's not already one, actually. He is already one. He's not dead yet, so we gotta wait for him to pass away. Speaking of leaders, we got 99.3 army tradition, and we're only losing 0.74, which is insane. Essentially, we almost always will have extremely high army tradition. I'm also planning to diplo-vassalize Afghanistan because they've got a ton of cores here. I can feed them afterwards from the Persians and the Transoxianans. Oh no, the poor Persian has been exterminated. Because that's just how every Russian I know speaks with the Stein at the end. Wait, what? We got Russian, what? Oh, snaps, I completely forgot about this. This is land we took from the Danes, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. All right, let's make this a self-governing colony so they can get caught. No, they cannot get any provinces, can they? All right, we'll make it a crown possession. There's literally nothing else to colonize in the New World, unfortunately. And let's call this the Gulag Express, which is a historical name, of course, for place where people used to go to change their opinions willingly. Totally willingly. Oh, check it out, boys. 4173 out of 4213. They're almost about to finish integrating the Castilians. It is going to be a little more difficult for me, I guess, to gobble up all of that stuff because of the French then. You know what? Maybe the Austrians are still going to be supporting the Castilian independence. Who am I to say, really? I still will attack them, though, because, let's face it, I want to get some sweet Austrian provinces, especially the Silesian ones, which are proper Slavic lands, obviously. I mean, check it out. Look at that. See, we have one Slavic group to rule them all. Bulgarians, Serbians, Czechs, Poles, all of them are a part of the same greater Slavic Union, as I like to call it, and they will, of course, be integrated in said Slavic Union. I am essentially targeting the Czech lands first, since this is where most of the Austrian wealth is coming from, so I'm going to basically starve them of anything they might have. They're unsieging the stuff I siege down in Hungary, but that's not really as important as the Czech provinces are, clearly. I guess you could say this is the way to checkmate the Austrians.
I'm gonna piece out the Persians because I actually need to focus more on the Austrian front, and I need more troops on the Austrian front. Surprisingly, they went from like an average of 60,000 units to 250,000 units. I don't know how they managed to get that, but we need more troops on that front apparently. Concentratio, complicatio, and I think that's the only one we can do, right? Yes, sir. Lower exhaustion, core up all of these bad boys. Also, here's a really good question for Paradox Act. What the hell is going on here? They got 11,000 soldiers, infantry, 9,000 cavalry, 29,000 artillery. What? What? And it's not the only stack like that. All of them are like that. 12,000 infantry, 10,000 cavalry, 20,000 artillery again. And the freaking again, 22,000, 10, and 29. What the hell is going on here? They know the secret of actually winning battles. I have to do an army composition now that's more artillery, basically an MP composition, because the AI actually knows what's up in the late game anyway. And it also looks like France did integrate Castile, which means they own most of the New World. Holy mother of God. That's pretty much all of the New World. The OK Owinge Federation is also apparently a thing. That's a very interesting name for sure. Oh, this land is actually not colonized. I should probably colonize this now that I think about it. Yeah, dude, I mean, it's just what the F moment. They got 90,000 cannons and 93,000 infantry. That is just the most derpiest freaking army composition I've ever seen in an AI up until now. No wonder they've been taking back fortifications that I took in like 2 freaking months in 4 days. Not even joking, 4 days, man. Obviously they assaulted, but still 4 days, okay? You know, we've had a little bit of a back and forth with the Austrians here. We've taken some of their forts, they've taken some of my forts. Reality is that no matter what, the Austrians or nobody else around is going to have enough manpower to match us. They're back to 152. They were at 90,000 literally a second ago when I looked last, but the reality is that I've got more manpower and I'm recovering more manpower monthly. I'm recovering 8,000 monthly compared to the freaking 1,000 that they're recovering monthly. So end of the day, I will be the one that wins this war, quite frankly, because of the amount of troops that I have and the potential for manpower that I have as a nation. And all of these small battles do add up. Winning one after another might not give us too much war score, but they do give us the attrition increase for the enemy army because, you know, they lose troops. That's harder for them to replace than it is for us. Right here, boys, is a classic example of why you don't have this much artillery without infantry to back it up in any engagement. Check it out, right? They were actually winning the battle against me. They were inflicting massive amounts of damage, but once their front line fell, and it fell relatively fast because they didn't have enough troops to even fill the front line. Once that happened, I started munching into their artillery. It cost a ton of money to just reinforce artillery units or to just replace it with brand new ones. And despite the extra punch at the start of the battle that they gave my troops, they did lose that battle, and now they're gonna have to pay a lot of money to replace those artillery pieces. Again, down to 100,000 from 150. Whilst I can just go ahead and click this and I get an instant 80,000 manpower if I ever need it, which I'm not gonna need it. If I actually focused all of my troops on the Austrians from the beginning, this war would have been over a while back. Unfortunately, I didn't take it serious. I thought that it's gonna be an easy time taking out their troops, which is why I only committed 3 of my armies to the war, but things have changed since. We learn, boys. And now is just ramping up. I'm essentially hunting down what's left of their troopers around here. Also going to be building some universities. We want to educate our people as much as possible. Totally not because I'm planning to develop the schnapps out of this region. That's not why. We just want to educate them, of course. Now we're down to 77,000 boys and counting. We're definitely going to go for the 100% in this war. We want to either release some stuff in the west because they've got a lot of power base from having the Burgundian provinces. So if we make them lose those provinces, then, you know, it's going to be a little bit easier dealing with the Austrians in the future, or just take a huge amount of land from them. That's probably what I'm really going to go for. And I realized I did not dismantle the HRE. Why the F did I not dismantle it, dude? I thought I dismantled this a while back. Oh, that is no bueno. That's going to mean I'm going to get a lot of aggressive expansion now. Okay, I guess I will release stuff then. I could also just sit on them, and because of most of their country being occupied, eventually it's gonna start collapsing by itself. All the rebels are gonna enforce, and they're just gonna become a World War I post-Austria, let's say. You know what happened to it after the First World War. All the different ethnic groups are gonna want to be their own individual country. Let's go for this. We're taking a little bit of money, so we destroy their economy, and we're taking the Slavic bits. Most of the HRE is not happy about it, but guess what? I don't give a single schnapps, and yes, we lost 800,000 1,000 units for Silesia. Gives a new meaning to the whole why die for Danzig, right? In my case, it's why die for Silesia, but still, it's pretty significant. Now, I didn't take any of the Hungarian bits because I can actually release Hungary as a vassal. I can do 6 provinces they would have. Wait, really? Oh, they've got the provinces in Wallachia. Lol. What? Okay, well, I mean, I can release it later in that case, and they're gonna lose these cores. So I can just release it down the line when they only have the core on Torontal, which is in 30 years. That's acceptable. That's actually acceptable. That means I can get all of Bohemia in the next war, and just the next war I can get this big chunk in the previous Hungarian lands. Now I can focus on the rest of the world. I have a special interest in the Danish lands, and I also want to clean up the New World and the Asian parts until this truce runs out. I think it's also time we get that juicy new mission tree I was talking about earlier, so let's go ahead and give out that privilege we need to give out for that. Burghers, and actually no, I think it's in Boyars, isn't it? Increased peasant freedom. There you go. Clicius Maximus. Boyars will rise against the Russians. Eventually this will trigger some rebellions, and once we crush those rebellions we can do the next mission, and then we can do the last mission and get the imperial ambitions, which is what we're going for here. In the meanwhile, we're also going to be attacking the Ottomans. I'm going to actually attack Transoxiana since they have hordes of my Afghani vassal. Let's get the Jalalabad as the war target, and let's co-belligerate the Ottomans so we can get some lands from them also. We will of course focus on the Ottomans in this particular war. We want to get him out of the war as soon as possible. They're at war with the Persians now, so they're going to take some lands from Persia unless I prevent that from happening, obviously. And we want to prevent that from happening because we don't want the Ottomans to get bigger, do we? There we have it. The Boyars rebellion. They just rebelled in Narva, which is quite close to most of my army here, so let's go ahead and attack them. Come over here, ya rebellious scumbags. I don't want you around my lands anymore, eh? Looks like the Ottomans made peace with the Persia, and they've released a massive Khorasan that I've got a ton of cores on. Wait, what? Oh, that got released by Molton, actually. Oh, that is interesting. That is very, very interesting then. And now with the peasants crushed, we can do this mission, which is going to give us, I don't know what the hell it gave us, but it didn't give us much. Now we need to get 50 absolutism. We have 49, bro moment. Big bro moment. We had like 55, but I had to give increased freedom, peasant freedom. So now I gotta revoke something from here, I guess. And I don't want to revoke any of these. All of these privileges are freaking amazing. There you go. Absolute autocracy, and now a great imperial ambition gives us an extra 11 missions, and we got the technology group changed to Western, plus some mana points to go alongside it. The governing senate here is also inactable because we also have in level 3 advisors. Well, we actually have level 5 advisors. I'm not trying to flex or anything, just saying. This is going to give us the governing senate government reform, which is a tier 6 government reform. Max privileges per state +1. That's pretty good. Or abolish the governing state, which is going to give enforced autocracy. Culture conversion time and governing power. Ooh, this is really good actually. Oh man, I'm going to go for the parliament. I really want to see a parliament in my country. I have all of the estates still, plus we have the Duma, which is the government. Well, you know, everybody knows what the Russian Duma is, right? Let me know in the comment section if you don't know. I'll explain if you don't know. I'm sure you guys know though. It's essentially the parliament, right? And we can go for a diet here. Let's see what we're gonna go for. 1 extra merchant trade power abroad seems pretty powerful. Culture conversion is not bad though. I don't mind a little bit of culture converting. We can also do the Great Fleet of Russia, which means we get the Navy of Russia. The fleet shall serve our trade. Oh my god, dude. Until the end of the game, trade efficiency, trade power, naval tradition from protecting trade and naval maintenance. What the F? Or we get a lot of combat bonuses. No, I'm gonna go for the trade bonuses, obviously. You can also do monopolize Novgorod because we got most of that. Monopolies no longer reduce absolutism, and we get a ton of money. We just got 10,000 ducats almost, or 8 something thousand ducats. Didn't really pay attention. Let's see what the rest of these are. But for this one, we need to have at least 6 tolerance of the true faith, 80% patriarchal loyalty. Okay, so that's doable, actually very doable. Streltsy, we need to have 50 Streltsy. Establish the Streltsy at least a leader with a total of 15 pip, and control the fur trade, less loans than 1. Okay, that's doable too. There you go. So now we can do control the fur trade until the end of the game. Construction time -10%.
100%. Global number of possible buildings +1. Dude, this is insanely powerful. Like I said, the new mission tree for the Russians in 1.35 is just ridiculously good, man. It's ridiculously good. The table of rank, what is this? Has completed all government reforms. Okay, and then we unlock the table of ranks government reform. We're on the way to getting that then. The issues. Past 8 issues in parliament. We just got the parliament, so we gotta wait for a bit. And we gotta have 4 agendas from the patriarchs. That's gonna give us a pretty cool permanent modifier. State manufactories have 10 provinces with manufactories and 20 development. Wait, we don't have 10 manufactories? We have a lot of them. They don't have 20 development though, I'm guessing. Okay, that's gonna give until the end of the game. Number of buildings +1 again. That means we get +2 number of buildings and +1 extra manufacturing in every province until the end of the game. And local goods pretty... That is just insane. That is literally insane. Let me actually build that up now. Let's get 20 development and 10 provinces. All right, that should be it. Now we've got state manufactories. The most insane thing I've seen in any mission tree. Dude, that is just ridiculous. So now I can actually build an extra manufactory. Oh my god, dude. I can build again in these provinces. So, oh dude, this is just insane. This is actually insane. 1.45 ducats from building a second manufactory in my fur provinces. 1.3 in my iron provinces. What the actual F, man. I'm gonna take some loans because I want to build these manufactories everywhere. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's get insanely freaking rich right now. Insanely rich, boys. Westernize the military is gonna make our unit types Western, and we get Western military tactics until the end of the game, +5 discipline. And for that, we just need to have 90 army professionalism and win 40 battles. Okay, is that win 40 battles from now or after we've done handle the Strels? Great power of the East, we just have to do the other missions, and we get until the end of the game. Prestige decay, Diplo relations, Diplo reputation, and we'll get an event when the Age of Revolution starts, which unlocks the final 3 missions. Okay, you know what? Plans have changed, boys. If we get 8,000 likes on this video, we're gonna do another part for this campaign because I want to see this. I actually want to see the Age of Revolution missions because those are definitely gonna be insane. For sure, they're gonna be insane. Oh, there goes one more Ottoman army down the drain. Come on, Cossack boys, don't let them take that fort. That is a vital strategic location for our nationos. Oh, come on, dude. Really? Freaking -1 stab right now. Are you for real? Ugh, I hate this sometimes. I really do be hating it. Oh, did we sack wipe them? We did. Hell yeah, boys. Let's go. Nice try at taking my fort over there, Otto bros, but I'm not gonna let you do that. That is rightful Russian clay, and you got pretty much just a small, puny, insignificant army that... Oh, no! No, my trader just died. Oh, come on, dude. Really? And I got only shitty advisors. Let's kill him off, really. Maybe this guy is not so bad. A trade dude is what I really need. Tell me what you need, what you really need. I need a trade dude. Oh my god, a doll is that big? Hot damn, son. They're in the war with me, and I cannot even reach them, so that's a little bit of a problem, though. I think I can piece out the Ottomans now, because I've got all of their lands, with the exception of Cyprus and the Knights Island, which I don't care about. So I got 90% war score here. Let's see what would be a juicy deal against them. Maybe I want to get all of the Black Sea. Yeah, I feel like that's a good deal. And I'm going to get some of the Georgian bits, too. Let's see. That's 149, 136, so we can get a little bit more, and we can do this. Boom shakalaka. Thank you for being so kind and offering me these lands, Auto Bros. I know you really wanted to give me these parts. Down for Corius Maximus. Check it out. 7 mana points, 15. Oh my god, this is just delicious, I swear. Let's do Handle the Streltsy now, and that gave us until the end of the game land maintenance modifier. I have to say, I kind of like the sprites that Transoceana's got. It's kind of cool. Like, you've got a little bit of a mix of medieval uniform with musket, so better than the standard cloth uniforms, right? Because of the reform that we have, the harsh treatment, and the military rule that we got, it's only 5 harsh treatment, 5 mana points per harsh treatment, which means we essentially can get insane amounts of absolutism for almost no mana points. It also means we virtually have no rebels now. And as for you boys, give back all the stuff to my Yoskis, and that's it. There you go. Locos. We took this a bit here for ourselves because we already had some provinces in Merv. We might as well get all of the provinces in Merv, right? Now we're gonna attack Khorasan again for the reconquest of cores. Only 1 core? Why? I thought you guys had more cores. Wait, did these guys take some of their cores? I don't know what happened, but I'm still gonna attack Khorasan. I'm gonna fully annex them, so I guess I can go for the conquest CB, not the reconquest. This way I lose less Diplo points in the peace. Be a shame if somebody was to bust into your bust over here, Khorasan. But seriously though, who names their province bust? I mean, you're pretty much asking for people to troll you with a name like that, right? You know, I'm actually curious what you guys think about the Malbor Castle
monument. You think it's actually worth it? I personally think the bonuses it offers are very underwhelming. I mean, you get sure garrison size globally, which is not bad, let's face it. But that being said, mercenary cost, by the point at which you're going to be able to actually upgrade this fortification, is going to be irrelevant, because mercs are going to be way too expensive. Even with this mercenary cost reduction, it's not going to be worth, unless you're playing as very, very specific nations and you can actually stack up a lot of mercenary cost reductions. Oh, I almost forgot about Bam Citadel. This is a really good monument. This gives us an extra merchant and caravan power plus 40%, which is good for us since, remember, we mostly have inland trade nodes, and for inland trade nodes, caravan power is where it's at, not the trade power, ship trade power to be more precise. And Mr. Piotr II is now in charge of the country. We got a lot of mana points also from that event, and I went over my ad. Oh my god, dude, I lost like 200 mana. Oh, I love this game sometimes. Sometimes I don't though. Oh, 250 governing capacity. Oh my lord, I'm about to become insanely rich. And let's also get the Gustavian infantry, which is Saxon boyos. That being said though, once we reach 90 army professionalism, I'm gonna switch over to western units because I have everything else needed. Well, I just need a couple more battles too, I guess, but that's in process. We're gonna get those before the end of this war. Oh, but Ludi, you did not co-belligeretos simultanos. Oh no, look at this face. Is this the face of a guy that cares about not having belligerated some insignificant schnoobadoobs of a nation? Hey, yo, what? Gulag Express armies are unsieging some of the provinces that got sieged down. Okay, I have to say it. Gulag Express is my favorite new puppet, boys. 115,000 manpower or 10 army tradition. Let's see. What is my army tradition looking like? It's 99.7. Yeah, oh no! I was gonna click them. I wanted to click the manpower. I really... Why? Get in position for the next war since we're gonna attack the Persians after this. There you go. Fullius Annexatius, Maximus. Another day, another mission done. And now we have the choice between getting the Tier 4 Strengthen the Patriarchate reform, which means that a state privilege, a religious culture no longer increases a clergy influence, plus we get tolerance to the true faith, patriarchal authority, and max privileges for patriarchs, or reject the idea and unlocks the Strengthen the Patriarch government reform without actually enacting it, but we also get 50 government reform progress. So it's a matter of either approving it or not approving it. It still unlocks the idea essentially, or sorry, government reform. And we also got this done, which means we got a lot of new policies here. This one's for free, so we're gonna enact it. Goods produced is really fucking important. We're gonna get that too, and we're gonna keep it. All of these are really good, man. I honestly cannot choose to cancel any of them. We're getting enough mana points. It's not an issue. We got 14, 11, and 18. Oh, actually, this guy I need to promote. He's not my culture. And we're pretty far ahead with technology too. Right now, we got 21 years ahead of time, essentially. Oh no, the Ottomans got a Janissary coup. Oh boy, that is horrible for them. If we're lucky, we might see a Janissary nation pop out of the Ottomans, which would make it easier for me to just wipe out everything in this area, right? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use some of my manpower to finish the tier 3 copper mine over here and a few other monuments, because I got way too much manpower. I'm not going to be able to use it, so might as well, right? This means we got +9 goods produced in this particular province, as well as 20% artillery cost. I especially went for this one first since artillery cost reduction is huge. Aside from that, the 9 goods produced is the equivalent of having 45 production development, to be more precise. There you go. It's the equivalent of 15 trade goods over here alone. Oh, you guys just trapped yourself by sieging down Tabriz, boys. That was not a big brain move right there at all. That was not a big brain move. And now you're gonna get stack wipe in Mare. In case you didn't know, that's how the locals pronounce that province. Clearly, that's how they pronounce it. I really find it crazy how I'm only paying 143 ducats for 600,000 units in the field. This is, of course, modified by a lot of Russia-specific things like minus 53% from Russian stuff, another -5 from nationalistic enthusiasm, old and infirm, soul leadership, nobility, and so on. It's just, it's so broken, it's unspeakable. The Russians can field 2-3 million units for close to nothing when it comes down to it. This doesn't even weigh in the artillery cost reduction from the monument and other cost reductions that we get. It is essentially the modern horde, some would say, right? Horde of infinite amount of Russian soldiers, essentially. So now here's the thing, right? I really want to take the coastline of Bahmanis, and I also kind of want to, I don't know, get rid of some of their cores. I'm a core renouncing enjoyer, as I like to call it. It's just, I don't need to do it, but I'm just gonna do it. And yes, I didn't fight a single Bahmani trooper. It is what it is. So on pause, these guys are gonna be Black Flagius. Now you guys can come back through there, and we can do the peace deal with the Persians, which is gonna be like this, because I like pretty borders, and this definitely is going to be a pretty border. Does mean we have a little bit more overextension than I'm comfortable with, but maybe we can concentrate. Show we got close to 900,000 soldiers in our manpower pool. That means I can use this a few times and upgrade these to max quite easily. There you go. Well, we got one extra merchant from that, so after 1 month passes, we're going to get that boy in our merchant pool. I can claim the economic hegemony. You know what? Sure, boys, let's actually get it done. And yes, in case you're wondering, we got 5,000 development, and we only have 2,200 governing capacity, so we don't even have any issues with our development and governing capacity, predominantly because of the fact that we got a courthouse in pretty much every single province, especially the ones that are already made into state. Check it out. This is our courthouse map mode right here. Literally all of the state provinces have a courthouse. Oh no, Ethiopia's got 2 provinces left. What? I didn't even realize they're gone. Holy mother, Adal really did a number on them, didn't they? Let's actually check out the rest of the map. We got Kilwa here, British South Africa together with Portuguese South Africa. Most of South America is owned by the Portuguese, which is good, because once I fully annex Portugal, and it's gonna come eventually, then I get all of these transferred to me as my subject, essentially. All right, let's get some generals in the house so we get up to 90 professionalism. This way we can do the other mission that we have. 88. Okay, 2 more generals required. Let's fire some of these bad boys now. We're gonna keep only the chattiest of the chattiest. You know, it's actually quite painful having to delete some of these generals, because like a lot of them are insanely good and it's hard to just choose between them. But hey, now boys, we are a Western tech nation, proper Western tech nation, because our units have changed to Western, and we also get until the end of the game +5 discipline. So our units are going to be pretty much the same as the Austrian units. They're going to be really, really good units, essentially. There you go. We got the Reformed Tercios, Gustavian infantry. I'm actually going to change to the Gustavians, not the Reformed boys. So we got Gallop cavalry, so we went a little bit back with our cavalry units, but still pretty good overall. And we're very close to 100 professionalism, because it only cost us 30 to recruit generals, which means we get 1 army professionalism every time we recruit a general. So if we have 300 mana points, we could potentially max out our army professionalism, getting even more bonuses. Take note, now we don't take as much damage for our reserves, morale damage, and whenever we disband units, the manpower goes back to the manpower pool, so we don't actually lose that manpower. The best part, still 145 ducats for 711,000 units in the field. I mean, what the F can you even want more from an army, right? Cheap and also really, really good units, actually. Just realized I did not accept Greek before as an accepted culture, so I'm making amends for my mistake, because we want to get the -20% advisor cost reduction and possible advisors and corruption reduction from this monument here. I also want to get this achievement. I haven't gotten this multiculturalism achievement. It's fairly easy to get. You just got to have 4 different cultures and religions in your court, and I think I can do that now. I'm gonna temporarily fire some of these guys here, and I'll hire them back in afterwards, because we got a Catholic, we got a Sunni guy, and we just got to get a Protestant or any other religion, really. And yes, I know what you're wondering. How come you're getting so many advisors every single time? Because of all the monuments, honestly. It's really because of all the monuments. Speaking of, I need to upgrade this bad boy here for those extra naval force limit bonuses. I mean, these things are massive, bro. Look at that. Look at how many naval bonuses we're getting here. Oh, we got Vajrana Jababajabubu. Okay, so that means we got the achievement. Yay! There we go, boys. 4 different cultures and religions. Now we can fire those guys and actually get proper advisors. Thank you very much. No thank you, no thank you. Let's also get going with the little war against these guys, since we want to take some of their provinces in the Baltic node, or Lubeck node, really. Because, you know, getting 1,000 ducats profit per month is just not enough, right? Hey, if you enjoyed this and you're wondering, but Luby, where is the last few years? Well, sir, I'm gonna do those live on Twitch. So check out my Twitch so you don't miss out on the final few years of the campaign, where I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can make the most out of your Russian runs. And hey, if you enjoyed this run, until the next time, check out my friend's video. And I want to give a massive thank you to all of my patrons, channel members, and Twitch subscribers. I would not be able to do this without all your support.